Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, today the League of Ordinary Gentlemen proudly bring to you the Fantasy Football 5. Introducing Balls to the Wall, Brian Roberts. Quick wit, slow feet, Ryan Robertson. Our reigning champion, Michael Smith. Coach, Jake Ruth. And JT, the commish. Where were you on September 3rd, 2022? At the draft. And that's where we're starting. Ryan, first item of business.
Draft superlatives.
All right, so our draft superlatives Saturday night. Best team went to Score, right? Yeah. Best team went to Score.
Yes.
Best team went to Score. We had biggest reach. Biggest reach ended up being
my whole team.
It was not your whole team.
Well, in all fairness, it was.
It was somebody just wrote Smith on there.
Yeah, somebody did just write Smith.
Is this John? No, Michael.
Okay. Biggest reach was James Conner, but I don't know. I mean, I'm starting to second guess that already.
I feel like biggest reach is Damian Pierce. I didn't.
Maybe.
It's
Lovie Smith's
I think he went
offense.
the
What did Lovie Smith do his entire time in Chicago?
Lose.
Run the free. Well, that too. But he still ran the ball even when he was losing. Like
I mean, he's
Andrew
got a
Matt
shot.
Forte and all that. Like he always had a really good lead back in that system. It's like a Shanahan offense.
But they also had a really good defense.
Not that extent, Brookman version.
Okay.
Yeah, my vote for biggest reach right now is Cam Akers.
Yeah.
For sure.
It
looked
You want to talk about it?
Vote for shortest
I
reach.
don't want to talk about it.
Well, guess what, fucker? We're going to talk about it.
We can talk about it.
Went ahead and got that F-bomb out of the way.
So we had biggest reach was James Conner. He went in the second round. Y'all brought up who'd you bring? Damian Pierce with the fifth. Cam Akers went
Which,
the fifth.
if we would have drafted 2 weeks before that, he was going in like the 11th.
Yeah.
So
When did you take Gabriel Davis?
Fifth or sixth?
Gabe Davis went in the
6th or 7th, I think.
I think it was the sixth. I think I took him on the.
I'm looking for him.
I think you took him on the turn.
Davis. Yeah, he went in the fifth as well.
But see, that's
Right
what
after
he does.
Cam Akers, actually.
That's what he does. See, that's technically a reach.
That's not a
But
reach.
when you look back
How
at
he
it,
already outperformed Cam Akers.
that's what I'm saying.
I think I saw a stat where he had 12 touchdowns in the last 46 catches coming into
Gabriel
the season.
Davis is going to be a breakout star this year.
I think he just goes by Gabe
I don't give a shit what he goes by. I'm calling him Gabriel Davis.
now. Okay.
They're coming out on fire to begin.
So is it Mitchell Trubisky?
Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, you got your haircut.
I did get my haircut.
It's good.
Thanks. Very nice.
Proud of
Thank you.
Y'all can't see it.
You
but
at
it is
home,
nice.
yeah. You at home cannot see this, but I did get my haircut and I shaved.
Great.
And we're not talking about top of it. Trim the beard up a little bit. Looking fancy.
Thank you.
Well,
Gotta look professional. Well, we got a podcast to run, gentlemen.
Beard south of the border.
I just want to say I'm really proud of our league. I'm really proud of our
You
league
trim the bushes and makes them.
for making sure we took best available players at the end of the draft.
Listen, Sean Watson was a valuable pick right there, too.
Yeah.
Only gonna miss 11 weeks.
Boys, look out for week 12.
He might score the same amount of fantasy points on the season Jacoby Brissett does. That's all I'm saying.
There's a check.
This is very possible.
And then we also had what do we call it? Best pick or
Value?
Best
Best
value.
value. Best value went to.
Probably should have wrote these down.
Well, we were.
We did.
We did
On
at the
here,
draft.
on
Best
the
value
scrap
went
sheet.
to. I want to say it went to.
I think it was a Murray.
I was Ryan. Yeah.
I had 5 out of the 10 nominations, and I don't remember which one. I think they all split.
It went to Amari Cooper in the 8th
It
round.
was
Okay.
Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
It went to Amari Cooper
That
in
was,
the 8th
that
round.
was a good pick, yeah.
You took him right after Thielen had went off the board.
Yeah,
So
that was my tilt moment of the draft. Score. I had 3 players in mind. I think Michael took one right before me. I think it was Ramondre, and then the 2 picks on the turn after my pick. Scorp took the other 2. So it's just all out of kilter. What's the score, Brian?
Still 2-2.
All right, what was
How
some
was it not
what was
seen?
some picks during the draft that somebody took? You know, we always see it. Somebody will take somebody and be like, man,
Somebody
dude,
sniped you?
freaking,
Or just you wanted a person?
just like, man, that's a great pick right
Y'all are
there.
going to laugh.
Gabriel Davis.
Well,
Gabriel Davis.
I wanted
Jake
Davis.
taking
man.
Zeke.
They had to do it.
I had
Had to do it.
I know. Don't want to do it. Got to do it.
Y'all are going to laugh. Javante, I was kind of hoping, like, I contemplated him in the second, and you took him right before me, and it kind of threw me off. And then Andrew with James Conner in the second.
That one did.
because everything I'd seen like end of the third,
Dude, I've been
maybe
getting James
fourth.
Conner and
And
Zeke
so
in the back of the third.
when I went Devontae there in the second, my whole plan was to come back in third, fourth, and go 2 running backs. And I'm like, when James Conner went off the board, and I started looking, I was like, well, dang, the next tier of running backs are all about the same. Like, I ain't gonna reach on one of them. Yeah, just take best available at that point.
I like 2 of y'all's picks.
I really the Hurts and was it the 6th when you took them? I was taking Hurts. That
Get
was.
the lotion
I think
out
that's
and
a
clean
clean
it.
I think
I
that's
took-
going to be.
I really liked your team.
I like your team.
Oh,
Oh, no, your team's really good. No. You got the best team. That one guy, you got to really like him.
Tries to talk to himself.
Let's see.
And I
When
love
did
When did you get him? I think it was the 6th, wasn't it?
I took Hurts in the 7th.
The 7th. Okay, yeah, I think that was a steal. I was going to take him that round.
I don't know
I
about y'all.
thought you're DJ Moore, man. I was hoping and praying he'd make it to the 4th, dude. Hoping and
I hate
praying.
picking Carolina.
I was about to say, I
players,
thought
but this
Trig
year
always
I was
hated taking
I
Carolina
do.
players like he's going to be.
like,
He
I
had
was
to.
like, I was like, DJ Brown's a value.
Dude, oh yeah, I got.
He's gonna get hammered.
Did y'all? I mean, I know our league's always different from every mock draft we always do, but quarterbacks and tight ends, I think, fell. Besides Jordan, quarterbacks and tight ends fell a lot later. I think Jordan took 2 in the first 4 rounds as far as tight ends.
He took Kelsey in the second.
Who'd you
He
take,
took
Allen?
I took
Andrews
Allen
in
in
the
the
third.
4th.
And then I thought he was going to take Pitts in the 4th.
Yeah.
I was worried.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like that completely threw it off. 'Cause I'm like, man, I haven't been seeing a lot of these quarterbacks and tight ends there when they were there.
Yeah.
You know,
But people hook, stand strong, boys.
another one didn't make sense to me, and I would have drafted him if I didn't have Devontae Adams, was Hunter Renfrow. Like,
Fail.
Dude.
We talked about him for about 3 rounds.
Yes.
Like, what is wrong with
and
him?
like
Why is
I
he not
literally
going?
kept wanting to take him, but I was like, I don't want 2 wide receivers off.
You know what round he went in?
13th.
11.
12,
11.
13.
Went to 11.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I knew it was late, and I was like, what is
Super
going
late.
on?
Yeah.
If
Man,
Devontae's not there, where's he going?
I don't know if I trust the running.
Devontae's not there. He's 7th or 8th, I think.
I think he's 4 or 5, dude.
Dude, he's such a target hog.
If Devontae's not there, I think he's 4 or 5.
The
Well,
only
I
thing
don't
that
think
hurts
Derek Carr's elevated as much
He-
if Devontae's not there. I think everybody's thinking Derek Carr's now a superstar because he got Devontae. I think he's going to elevate the play, but if Devontae's not there, is it just status
He did
quo?
beat the
Does the
Chargers
Kirk.
go to the playoffs last year.
Oh, dude, Renfro was a stud last year.
No,
I was
I
the only
meant
person
like
who
Derek
didn't like
Carr.
Derek Carr was good
Yeah,
last
like,
year.
he was pretty good.
He's
and-
never thrown 30 touchdowns in his career. Of course.
Ever?
Season.
I'm looking it up.
Cumulative.
Who's been his best red zone target? Amari Cooper, who's
Michael
disinterested. Crabtree, who
Yeah,
fell.
he was decent.
Dude, Crabtree and
Yeah.
Cooper, when they were together there for a couple of years, they were studs, but it's not a
I
ball.
feel like that's the one thing that'll help him a little bit is Devontae is just so good in the red zone. Like,
Dude,
that's
He's
where
good
he-
at every.
Well, I know.
he's a.
but like especially
When he
when
steps
he
on the
got
field.
inside the 20 because he can win routes so quick. Like
He's
you don't have to get
193 touchdown passes.
Wrong.
Wrong.
So,
He almost threw 30 in 2020.
almost, huh?
Yeah. He's thrown for
How many
over,
Super Bowls the Bills got?
he's
They
thrown
almost
for over
broke
4,000 yards. 2018, 2019, 2020. He almost threw for 5,000 last year. He came roughly 200 yards
Should've
short.
took Derek Carr.
Derek Carr
That's what I'm
sounds pretty
hearing.
good.
Another good pick that you had that I freaking love is Amon-Ra St.
I was
Brown.
about to say, do you want Cordero Patterson? You can have him.
No,
No,
Amon-Ra
no,
St.
no.
Brown.
I didn't
Like
want to
St.
do it,
Brown.
dude. He's like
You
6
got
rounds
Amon-Ra?
later.
You just got Amon-Ra?
Yeah.
Are you going to do something with the mummy for your name?
Fantasy phenoms.
You going to stick with that?
That's his thing, man.
Are you going to stick with Victim Assistant because you're forever?
I'm forever and always
Okay.
victim assistant.
Okay. All right.
There was one that not to
Talk
just because
about
it was on.
all
Well,
teams.
yeah,
I knew where he was going.
it shocked the crap out of me, and I even told somebody I was like, Tom Brady is still available. I think 14th round is when I took him.
Yeah.
He was the number 2 player in fantasy last year, and his receiving core somehow got better.
But his marriage
He
was
added-
in a good spot.
Is his marriage in a bad spot?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Giselle moved out,
What?
and then she moved back, but she's not living in the house, but she just moved back to Florida so she can see the kids. It's not a good spot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not
Do we
great
really
right now.
care?
Yeah, I do.
For
He
Jake's
said
fantasy
Jason
team,
Brown.
yeah.
We got Russell Wilson. That's
How many
he
Super
good.
Bowls did he
Well,
win
yeah,
before he
sure.
married
He
Giselle?
good.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if he won maybe
Well,
one.
I was confused on why he made that trade.
He's won
I
like
made
6.
it. He wanted to make the trade because he wanted to double up with Dak.
But you know what? If they get divorced, I think
But
she
he's
would
got
pay
Judy.
child support.
And
Judy?
Russ. So
Yeah,
that threw
I
me
think-
off. I was like,
I
he's
guess.
got either
I guess he
way.
thought CD would outperform him.
Okay.
Judy.
I mean, I get that.
Because I thought you said you and Jordan were going to try
Well,
to work
I
on deal
wanted
because
to
you
work-
wanted Jamar.
So
I mean,
when
you
that
wanted
happened,
Jordan.
I wanted to offer
what
something
rabbit
to
hole did we
Jordan
go down to get to
for
this
Joe
point?
Burrow.
Tom
And
Brady.
then Jordan turned around and was like, Chase Edmonds and
Oh, okay.
your quarterback for just Burrow. I'm like, Jordan, I took Chase Edmonds 4 rounds
consistent every
before
year.
you
Yeah,
took
he
him.
was showing
Yeah,
that.
and I was like, I can't trade. I suck at running back clearly, so I can't trade any of the ones I have in case one of them does work. So
Yeah.
What's next on the docket?
I think we just went through good picks that we liked.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody sucked at making picks? Anybody picks that we hated?
There's some picks out there that probably people wish they had back. But
Yeah.
I wish it didn't take.
Daryl Henderson's good pick. Boom, score.
Dude,
Yeah.
that was my 12th, 13th rounder. I'm like, this
That was
dude,
great.
I think he's going to be the starter. I don't know if anybody's looked. A lot of people are talking about it. How many successful NFL players have come back from an Achilles injury and been as good? I don't know of any.
So
Marlon Mack's career's been done. Deontay Foreman's been done. They're not great players. James Robinson's coming back. I don't know. Cam Akers coming back. Last year, he got some carries at the end of the year in the playoffs, but he wasn't effective.
So the thing that I was reading on why he was not getting the ball was because McVay was upset with his sense of urgency. Like, it wasn't his performance; it's been his attitude.
I wasn't even talking about Thursday night. I'm just talking about in
No,
general.
well,
Just
I
that
know,
injury,
but, like,
injury put him
so,
off my board.
but-
If he was there in the 10th, I wouldn't take it.
If not, don't you feel like there would have been more rumors going into the draft? Like, this guy just doesn't have it anymore. He looks slow. He doesn't have this
I don't
or
know.
that. So this is what pissed me off about what I did in the draft is that I drafted 4 running backs in a row because I was so freaking out about it, and I didn't get a handcuff on any of them.
Yeah.
That's where I screwed up. 'Cause
Should
you
have
got
taken Kamara.
Pollard,
He's going to have handcuffs on
Score
every
got
season.
Henderson.
Jake's kinky.
Yes.
Y'all live together. I don't know.
All right.
That's why I spoke. I don't know.
I got another good pick off Scorp Sam. I'll talk about that later. That's going to be one of my bold predictions.
We like to call it
Okay, I
tease,
like that.
boys. That's
Yeah.
a tease in the
Tease,
biz. Right
tease.
after this
No.
ad from.
We currently still don't have one, but we do actually have one in the
All right.
works.
All right, there we go.
Garage?
Hey, you ain't say names out loud. You don't know.
Well, there is a
Live Master, garage doors. Back to you, Bob.
What's next?
Prodding. Preview Fantasy Final Four.
Yeah, okay. So,
Well, we're jumping right to it.
yeah, we're jumping right to it,
I'm just
dude.
going.
Jumping right to
I'm
it.
reading the paper.
So, based off of the drafts and the little that we've seen from Thursday night's game, who is the Final Four of the League of Ordinary Gentlemen? I'm gonna say I'm gonna go ahead and list mine off right off the bat.
Reitmeyer.
Had a great draft, by the way.
Good job. Proud
He
of you.
didn't take a single 49er for the first time in his draft.
All right, here's my Final Four. You ready for it?
Mhm.
I'm looking at the teams right now. I'm gonna say, give me Scorp. I thought he had the best draft. I think he's got a lot of momentum going down the stretch.
What about Fuel and Fire?
That's what he deserves.
I think Jake.
Oh,
You writing these down?
How am I supposed to write it down? You just got 4 names.
I don't know. Write them down somewhere. I don't
Come
care.
on,
Do your
Come
job,
on, scribe.
One job.
It's got me.
I'm taking Scorp, Jake. Oh man, this first thing's getting tough. Scorp, Jake, Brian. Brian's running back
Yeah, I'm
is just
pretty big
ridiculous, and I think you got some. I think you got some good receivers. Not maybe elite, but good receivers.
man, fuck you.
What's wrong with that? I said give you a
He
compliment.
put you in the
shit about
final
my
four.
receivers.
He put you in the final four, though.
Yeah, put you in the Final Four.
He gave you a
Pick your
compliment.
size carefully. I spoiled you all last year.
You did. I'm on your side of the table.
And then, man, that next one, dude. I'm gonna say. I gotta put Michael.
Hey, why'd you put me in there?
Man, look.
I like the team.
man-
I like being the team that's slept on.
The man
I like
plays the underdog so well, but I think Michael's one of
You
the
got
strong
the target
suits.
on your back, man.
I know.
Two-time champ.
What, you got 2 out of the last 3?
Yes.
Yeah,
Was it
you
you,
won,
Brian,
and then
you?
it was you, right? After
Yeah.
me, yeah, and then I got it.
Two
back
out of the
again.
last 3, and dude, you came close to winning a couple more.
Jake,
Me and you
gotta
played in the
pick it back
finals.
I
up.
don't like to do it easy.
We got to pick it back
I
up.
know. It's never
I'm out
easy.
of
No, you like to sit in 10th place.
We
and then
carried the
all of a
mantle
sudden-
for a while with 3 each.
Yeah,
and
you
then
ain't surprising me this year, Michael. You're on the list.
You're on the list. You want to go to my four?
Let's hear your
All
four.
right, so I got Ryan,
Jericho?
I got Sperry,
Okay.
Brooch,
Bro.
and then this last one, I'm going Ransdale, contingent on CMC's health. If he stays healthy, I think that
I think-
He is- you got put on the injured list for scratching his shin.
if he stays healthy,
I
that's
called
my
him on
four.
Thursday. Said, you calling me about what I just saw on my phone?
I don't think so. What'd you see?
Did you see the size of them?
CMC's on the injury report. Cut his leg. All right. I had no idea.
That's funny.
I didn't know what. That could have been serious. I didn't know.
All right, so we got 2 Final Fours locked in.
All right, Brian.
Give me a minute.
I can go.
Okay.
I have. I'm actually gonna go ahead and go exactly where you just finished up. I gotta have Andrew in there. If
Which one?
both Andrews actually.
Okay.
So,
Good talk.
Andrew, where-
That's one quick.
Sperry and Ransdale. I have Ryan.
That's 2 in a row, right?
I know, it's stupid. There's 10 guys in the league.
And then Broach was my last one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Solid,
Broach is a
solid.
pretty good team.
Yeah, Broach getting Lamar in the 8th kind of upset me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty.
And I'll do it. But Allen Robinson's is number 2, so there's that.
I was trying to think about Thursday. I took Thursday out of it.
Yeah.
I
It's a
took
long
Thursday
season.
out of it. Yeah.
It's a long season.
I got you. Let's see. I'll go next. I've got Sugar Mike.
You ain't surprising nobody this year.
You're on the list.
I did that just for you. Then I got Scorp. No, I don't have Scorp. Who was it?
We don't know.
It was Jake.
It's your last, yes.
And then it was JT.
Hey.
Made a list.
I made the playoffs. Hypothetically.
How many?
Hey, pray for JT to make the playoffs.
All right, so it's Michael,
Lord.
JT. Who was it? Jake.
Yeah.
And the big guy.
So Brian.
Hey.
Did y'all do this last year?
No, we didn't.
What I just listed of the 4 people that I'm So they're gonna beat me up, yeah, pretty much. Except for
No, we didn't. No, we
I didn't
didn't.
know if there was like a unanimous pick to make the make the final 4.
I think we
Like,
did
it
it.
didn't
Like,
make it.
I think we did it around midway of the season last year.
Yeah.
I think we did it.
I want to see
And
how
it was
You
basically
didn't,
like
listen to the podcast last year, did you?
I didn't.
Not the first episode, yeah,
I don't know
so-
if I listened to the
It's
first.
terrible, man.
I didn't listen to the first one. Big Rob, we got.
All right, let's hear your final 4.
Mike Broach, JT, and Jake.
Who's Mike Broach?
Who is Mike Broach?
Mike Broach.
You said Mike Broach, JT, and Jake.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you said?
JT and Andrew Ramsdale, based on if Jalen is actually legit this year and McCaffrey healthy. Healthy McCaffrey,
Legit hurts.
then Andrew would fade in, but I don't think McCaffrey will make this.
All right, so you took Jake instead of Andrew because of that.
No, took JT instead of Andrew because of that.
All right, so I got Michael Broach and JT. Who was the
Jake.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Brian, if you can get
Those
about,
wide receivers, you can't.
if you got about 30 points from your wide receivers, the rest of your team is so
Mhm.
stacked. dude.
Yeah.
Look, I think I'm going to win the whole
Herbert,
damn thing. I'm
Henry,
just doing this for fun.
Kamara, and Fournette. Oh my God!
Do we have anything unanimous
Keep
on
your
that?
running backs.
Is there
healthy.
anybody?
all right, we've got Scorp
I'll do
on
my
1,
best.
2, 3.
I think it's off.
No.
Scorp didn't make mine or Bronze.
Okay.
Jake's on 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Bronze on 1, 2.
Should be 2.
He's on
JT's
mine.
on,
and
Broach is
Jake's
JT's
on.
on 2.
I think
Michael's
Broach is
on
on
1, 2, 3.
Hey.
Broach
You're on the
is
list.
I didn't want to
on.
be on 4. Though.
Broach
I
is
wanted to be
on
4 for it.
3. I'm on 2. JT's on 2.
Mhm.
So no, yeah, there we got a couple people with 3,
No, unanimous.
and no unanimous out of the 5 of us.
Who didn't get put on the list? Tyler, Jordan.
Tyler
Jordan.
And did Ransdale get put on?
Yeah,
Ransdale got put
Yeah,
on by
twice.
Jake.
I thought he
That's
got
it,
twice.
man.
Me and Michael both put.
Yeah.
Everybody else is
Yeah.
on.
Sorry, guys.
Yep. I still like your team.
God,
Somebody's got to not make.
Man,
the
we just
playoffs.
lost 2 subscribers.
or they're about to make so many moves to prove us wrong. God.
Hey, prove us wrong. Prove us wrong.
Sorry,
Major moves.
guys.
Me and Andrew have already dropped that about 17 defenses already. Nobody's played yet. True.
Just getting ready.
So-
I didn't draft one. So
No, go ahead.
No,
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 it'd be
no,
better
let him
for the
wait, let him
matchup.
wait, let him wait,
It's
let
a
him wait, let him
matchup.
wait. All right, what we got next? So we got our Final
Anticipation's
Fantasy
killing me.
4
Yep.
and
Super Bowl picks.
oh, okay, Super Bowl picks.
Dude,
God,
you
we
made
went
this
straight to
list.
that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I went on what we did last year.
This is
So
what
good.
happens when I show up late.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Good gosh.
Look, we're getting all the preview stuff out right now, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to be cliche. Like everyone's saying the Bills right now. So if you come out and say the Bills, I feel like you're
Well, what
jumping
the
on
hell?
the
They
bandwagon.
just did LA.
But
Bills
good
were
God,
in
they
there.
just went to LA and beat the
Yeah,
dog
wow,
piss out of them.
And they beat
didn't
the
even play
second best
that
team in
well.
LA. I mean, what?
That's true.
You got the Lakers. Let's do
He said, "Got Lakers there."
Got LeBron.
Lakers suck.
I know. I love it too.
Okay, give
I love the
me.
Lakers. I just hate LeBron.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, I can't
LeBron.
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 Nah, I'm
so-
sure he hates himself too. Looks in the mirror every morning.
Ba- You're bringing this up and pissing off Baylor. So way to
We're
go.
playing. We do this every year.
We do. So no squeaky toys today. I don't think.
Would you hide those squeaky toys?
Yes.
What
Except
are
for
you
the one
looking
I put
at,
in my
Ryan, or
pocket.
the picture?
Thinking.
He's in the zone.
He's
Super Bowl
going to do a
picks?
Super Bowl pick.
You're going first.
Yeah, you
Because
are.
I'm gonna cheat off your paper.
Okay, go ahead. Oh man,
Ah,
I usually go with KC Green Bay, but I don't think either of them are making it this year.
I don't feel good about it.
I don't either.
Give me Bills and Niners.
Niners?
Niners.
Mm.
Please tell me why.
Those are the two I think's going to make it.
That's
That's what it's going to be. Ain't no guess.
Yes.
Damn.
I was gonna go with mine. I had the same exact thing.
Dude, he already had it written down.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I got the 49ers winning it.
Tell me why.
Well, that's gonna go into my bowl predictions.
Okay.
Oh,
So we're gonna get back to
I
that.
drafted.
I don't wanna give it
So
away
we're
too.
not-
because he wore.
That
back
makes
boy
sense.
shirt on back.
That's
Wanna
why.
get to that.
I feel good about my
Between
AFC
Devontae.
team. Like, I feel like we're all saying the same ones, but
All right, Michael, you said
NFC.
49ers and
Yeah,
Bills.
same
NFC
thing as Brian. I got
sucks.
49ers winning it.
All right, Brian, who'd you have winning it? Bills?
Bills Niners. Oh,
Who
yeah,
won?
yeah, Bills winning.
Okay.
Dude, Josh Allen's a stud.
I know.
Oh yeah,
it's really good
He's
at
a
football.
stud. But if I had to pick a number 2 team outside the Bills, because I can't pick anybody past the Niners. You can't pick Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers he chokes. More
I
than
mean,
more than the
Especially
Mets in
if he plays the
September.
49ers in the playoffs.
Does Tampa make another push?
Nah.
I,
I
This
don't know.
I don't
know.
want my bold prediction on the year.
No.
Brady's big fall off years this year.
Does he
Well,
retire?
Jumping ahead.
Wait for the next segment.
Spoiler alert. But I would put the Chargers in if I would. Chargers are the second.
Stop
second
it.
most confident team.
Stop it.
See, I think Denver might beat them in the division.
Nah.
I like the running game.
There is a
receivers,
possibility
and
that
they got a
all
good
four
defense.
I'm gonna say,
teams
yeah,
in that
I'm gonna say,
division
I
make
think
the
the
playoffs.
three of
The
them.
AFC is
Sure.
legit. The AFC is like the SEC in football right now. You got stronger.
Good job, JT.
You still thinking?
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Do you have one team?
Jake, did you say yours?
No, I don't know what I'm going with
Really?
either.
Okay.
Why are we pressuring me, dude?
I just asked. I was looking at the
Have you
papers.
made yours yet?
No, I was
What are you
trying
gonna
to.
do?
He said,
What are
cheat
you
off
gonna
your
do?
paper.
If Sean Watson comes back and leads Cleveland to a Super Bowl.
I'll be upset because the Chargers
Free
didn't win. What do you
for
want?
everybody. I feel like
Do
he'd
you
do good with stiff competition.
That would be an ultimate troll job if he did. If he gave the entire team free massages. But he had to perform the massages.
I don't
He
feel.
had-
He had to perform them.
I
Not
don't
pay
think the
for
team
them.
would approve of that.
I don't feel like the NFC is as strong.
It's
It's
not.
It's not.
It's not
It's
even
not.
close.
But that's usually when the NFC wins the Super Bowl.
Well said.
Well,
Well said.
It's true, man.
Well said.
I don't know why.
All right.
All right,
You ready? Go ahead.
I'm gonna go a little off the wall. My first pick, the
Okay.
Vikings.
Oh, that's a good
I
pick.
like
That
the
is a good
offense. I think if they're ever gonna make a run, it better be this year. And then I don't want to go Bills. I don't want to go Bills.
Don't go there.
Don't
I'm gonna go
Bills.
Broncos. I was
You
just
got
talking
it.
them up. So
Who you got
Broncos
winning?
making 2 wins.
Broncos. I went way off the walls.
I like that.
All right, I'm gonna go 2 off the wall.
Oh,
Two off.
Did you
the
say
wall.
Tua off the wall?
Yeah, he's gonna take
Miami.
I know.
Oh, you know
I
why?
like Tua.
Because Tua likes Gesicki.
Hey, I think
Tua,
you
Tua,
like
Tua.
Tyreek Hill a lot too.
And I like totals.
I like
I'm
Tua.
gonna go Dolphins, Eagles.
Ooh, I like that.
We're going back to the 70s, boys. Let's do it.
I
Eagles.
like that. I like the Eagles.
I'm gonna say the Dolphins win it.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh
my.
my.
Oh my.
That might be my bold prediction.
You
We'll
just
see.
yelled at
You
me.
can't do that.
Smaller.
You
Second
can't
jumpers.
do that.
Both of you.
So you're doing the
You know
same
who we're
thing
doing
with
that?
that? Because you just said
Chris
you're
Hill.
copying off his paper.
So, yeah. I didn't know who's going to turn in wrong answers only.
You should have known that from being
Yeah,
in
I
my
should
classes
have.
with them in high school.
Let's hear you.
Let's
This
see
is
your
lame,
name.
like,
What
cheat
say
off
you?
my paper.
Well, what say you?
Hey.
What's all this then?
Cheat off my paper. Let's hear it.
I can't cheat off that.
Hurry up.
Packers,
Ooh.
Okay.
Devontae. Ewing theory for anybody that watches Bill Simmons. They're going to be better without Devontae. In the playoffs, they're not going to be as good in the regular season. They might squeak in. Number 4 division winner. Then AFC. And then. Oh, son.
On the edge of my seat.
I too.
Chiefs. I think I might have picked a similar one. last year.
Chiefs, Green Bay. That's what I picked last year.
Yeah.
So you did cheat off his
He
paper.
did cheat off my paper. I was on the wrong page. Got you.
All right, yeah, I'll pick a Packers.
Wrong quiz, Ryan.
Wrong quiz died. Got you. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Packers Chiefs. Wrong kid died.
Yeah, I got
Dewey.
knew where you were
The
going
Dewey.
with it.
I did the Dewey.
All right. Well, Brian led us into bold predictions.
Go ahead and start it again.
Let's hear it.
Tom Brady's going to have his fall off season.
How
Yes.
bad?
It ain't going to be Peyton Manning bad.
Okay, but like,
Define fall off.
like yeah. So is
Brady.
he not top 10? Is he not top 15? Is he not top 5?
No, it won't be top 5.
Brady and the Queen die in 2022.
Number-
Is that what you said?
Whoa,
Jesus, hold on now. You're not even
Brady,
getting
what?
the rest of the season.
Is that what you said?
What?
Brady and the Queen both died in 2022.
I can't.
Don't. I wouldn't.
I already killed a celebrity.
Yeah, I just wrote Brady falls off.
Well,
Brian might have implemented himself.
Wow.
And then he also said a cliff.
so why do you feel like that?
Because
He's due. Everything's falling apart for him.
he's no Blanda. Is that what we're saying?
No, he's Tom Brady.
Father Time always wins.
He does always
He's
win.
undefeated.
And he's
Shots
he's
betting
done
White.
well, but I just, what is he, 44?
45.
45?
year,
Yeah, I mean, it don't matter how good you eat and all of your little things he does.
That's why I've been living my life by that, buddy.
I think one of the biggest
His
things to
marriage
look
is
at,
falling apart. That does.
We're harping on that for sure.
or maybe
Right
it
now.
motivates him because
Yeah,
We're gonna ride that
He's getting
marriage.
younger.
Chris Godwin's going to be in and out. all
Younger,
season.
better,
Chris Godwin
tank.
cannot stay healthy. Mike Evans is Mike Evans, fine. But Tom Brady's just not. He'll be top 15 only because the
Plays a role.
defenses in the
Only
South.
because there's 32 of them.
Did y'all have a me and Ryan moment?
Yes.
Yeah,
Now you know why we do what we do.
I do.
Sorry.
Yeah, I agree with Jake.
What do you say?
You have
He's
to listen to the
motivated by the
podcast.
younger thing.
Okay, go find him a younger thing.
No, I mean he's gonna have younger things that motivate him now.
Is
They're
he
gonna make
going
him
on
feel
the
young.
Leo's mode?
Hey,
Leo's girlfriend in like 6
Yeah.
years. She turned
Hey,
25. Get out of
Leo's,
here.
Leo's
Go
only
back.
got better with age.
Bigger celebrity: Tom Brady, Leonardo DiCaprio. Go.
Brady.
Brady.
Leo. Great.
Leo.
Okay, next one.
Hold on.
What's the best movie Tom
I
Brady's
wanna
been
go
in?
Off of what Brian said.
Ted 2.
Ted 2.
That's a pretty good one. So offensive line, that's one of the things I want to point out with Brady losing his center. I think
He
that
lost
is-
the
and
3 starters in the middle of the line.
yes. So I
He's
think
4.
that's one big
That's
reason
like
why
hard.
he falls apart. That could be it. I'm going to piggyback off that, but not go Brady. I'm actually going Aaron Rodgers is not a top 10 quarterback.
I don't know who's doing strange now.
I like that.
Now, are we talking about
Well,
fantasy or
could
real
go either
life?
way.
I know.
I'll
'Cause
say fantasy.
If I say
Darnold was
fantasy,
seeing
he hasn't
bugs, just
been
gonna tell him
great
Rodgers
just because he doesn't
can
run
see
as much anymore. But he's still
Yeah,
freaking.
I'm going to go
He's
not
fine.
a top 10 fantasy quarterback, and I think a big role with that is that they're going to harp more on the running game. That
Let's
without
hope so.
well, and then Lazard already showing injury issues. MVS gone, Adams gone, relying on some young receiving core.
Randall Cobb
And
had a
he-
good year this year.
No.
I don't even know if Randall Cobb's still there. Is he alive?
Yeah, he's still
Yeah,
there.
he's still
good.
he's a
So
starting
you're
outside
going into
receiver.
a
He's
48
starting outside receiver this week.
And Rodgers
Cobb
is
and
getting older.
Watkins.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, again, I feel like he's almost due.
It's gonna be tough for him to win a Super Bowl
MVPs. I don't know. Maybe I'm off. I'm
Shut
trying to rethink my pick.
it down, Jake. I hate you.
But he is immunized.
You're attacking. I hate you.
That he is.
And that got you a fantasy championship last
Yeah,
year.
it did. That did. I like the shout out.
I
appreciate that.
Got to.
Yeah,
We ain't got you a trophy yet, so let's give you a shot.
I thought I was supposed to get that.
Talk
Oh, I got to talk to this guy.
What?
I thought I was getting to carry my trophy home.
It's not ready. It's not ready. It's not on me.
Brian's still buffing it.
yeah.
Yes, but the trophy's also not ready.
I got my 2 bold predictions.
You got
Both
2 of them?
You're going two.
All right,
Oh,
go
you're
ahead.
going two?
They're both receivers. DJ Moore top 3.
Whoa!
On the team or in
Real
the league?
bold.
In the league,
He's on
son.
the team. Definitely on the team.
Damn, that makes your pick look really good.
Well, I mean, he's already he's playing with a
Wanna
wild.
trade him
He's playing with Robbie Anderson and a Hall of Famer, Terrence Marshall. So
Future Hall. of
We did
Famer.
get
Right.
Laviska Shenault.
Single
Watch out for
coverage.
him.
Junior.
This is
Single
the
coverage.
best wide receiving core they've had in years.
I agree.
My
With the
next
best
one,
offensive line they've had.
I wrote it down.
Panthers to the Super Bowl.
Can't find it.
Bold prediction, bro.
Bold
Said it.
No,
Bold
no.
prediction. He beat you to it. Panthers to the Super Bowl.
oh,
He said it.
Kadarius Toney. That goes off. I said that I thought Scorp had another good pick. I really wanted Kadarius Toney. Just waited a little too late. Kadarius Toney, what I say, top
15.
15 receiver.
Ooh, I like that's
He
ballsy.
got taken in the 10th round.
That's not even early.
He's got so
I feel
many
like
things
that's not
playing
early.
against
Dude, I was
him.
thinking he was going 7th or 8th round, but I think he tweaked his hamstring
Yes.
or something like a couple weeks
Now,
before the draft.
He
That's
could,
his
he could be
weakness.
kicked off the team in week 2.
Yeah.
You never know. But
But if you're right,
when that dude's got the ball in his hands,
He
dude,
didn't know
it's-
who Mike Jones
I think
was.
he's one of the more talented receivers in the game. Can't stay healthy, and he still has Daniel Jones as his quarterback. Those things hurt his value to me. But like I think from a standpoint of talent, he can absolutely do it.
Because dude, he gets the ball in his hands, dude. It's like it's almost like younger AB.
He's electric when the ball's
He
in his
is.
hands, for sure.
But he's also
But
an idiot. And,
he's also an idiot,
and-
But he's also got to get the ball
Yeah.
into his hands, and that means somebody's got to throw it to him.
It's going to be
accurately.
Daniel Jones.
It's going to be Daniel
It's gonna
Jones.
be
And that means it's not going to be
The
big.
worst thing that could have happened to Daniel Jones is comes in that first start and had like 3 touchdowns and ran, I think, one in. He had a great game. Everybody started calling him Danny Dimes. I'm like,
Shouldn't have done that.
because he has been
Hasn't
downhill
been the
ever
same
since that game.
All right, let's hear
All right, Brian. What you got?
For what?
it. We already said
I went first.
Yeah, and he said Panthers going to the Super Bowl.
I'm going to
I'm
build
talking
on
about
my bold
left and
prediction.
right.
You
I'm
said
starting off
Daniel
with a
Jones
safe.
Bowl?
Yes,
I
yes.
am Brady's going to
Yeah, I
have
got.
all of you.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, Trig, what we
I'm going to
got?
start off with my safe one. Justin Jefferson, number 1 overall wide receiver.
Bold.
Bold
He's a taking
prediction.
second overall.
Look, I was going to take him.
He
I
got
was
drafted number 1.
But I would have taken him number 1 overall. I don't think I'm that high. I think I'll put it this: he outscores running backs, top skill position player. He outscores
Okay,
everybody.
I'll
He
take
outscores
that.
Top
everybody.
flex.
Finishes as top
Outside of
flex.
quarterbacks.
Yeah,
Outside of
top
quarterbacks.
flex.
Yeah, top flex.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson.
That's
Okay,
pretty good.
that's,
That's my
a
safe.
little bit more bolder. That's like mine.
Yeah.
Wild
Well,
prediction.
Did Cooper Cup do that last year?
Yeah, I think so.
We can check.
He had to.
I'll check on it.
Baker Mayfield better year than Brady.
Golly, the dude.
Whoa.
Pile them on.
Whoa.
Just throwing them everywhere.
All right, I want to hear your bold one, Trig.
All right, my bold one.
Put that away.
He didn't really see your bold one.
I hate saying this because he's on my team, but I got him in like 9 out of 10 leagues. Trey Lance has a 2019 Lamar season.
It's an MVP.
MVP. Fantasy and I think real life, I think he won MVP.
Okay.
Oh, he on dang. That is a big
Over
point.
Josh Allen.
Nah,
Sorry.
Trey Lance, Pat White, Robert Griffin.
Yeah.
Throw them all in there together.
Cooper Cup did
I hate
win
it.
the
I hate it.
flex.
Flex, he slept.
Yeah.
Flexies?
Yep. It was Cooper Cup last year, so it's not unheard of for a receiver to.
Yeah, he also won
Win
the
the
Triple
flex
Crown,
battle.
didn't he?
He did. Whose team is he on?
No. He's a,
Okay.
he's on a good
Good. Good.
He did that last year, and it didn't help me win a championship. In case you were
But
wondering.
you thought it was.
Yeah, no shit.
JT,
We all did. I had him and
JT,
JT, I'm running back. How was I not supposed to think that?
JT, I'm gonna give you your money back. Well, hold on, dude. You gotta win first.
I didn't say JT. I said Michael.
Nah, you told me to. You said I'm gonna give you your money back. JT, I'm gonna
Yeah.
give you your money back.
You worth no money.
He's like, you worth that.
I'm buying everybody a car.
You get a call.
I was
Oprah.
fucking
You,
Oprah.
you were over free. I didn't know. It's changed.
All right, Ron. More predictions. Let's hear them.
I'm sorry for being a nice guy, guys.
You're not a nice guy. Don't ever shoot.
All right. I got Jameis Winston, top 7 QB.
I can see it, especially with
Okay.
healthy Michael
Yeah.
Thomas. Who's got Michael Thomas? I feel like
This guy.
Yeah.
Was it you two?
I think
If he stays healthy, I think that helps your case.
I knew it was a J. I was going to say Jordan.
Didn't I make a prediction about
Jordan
James
ain't making that
Winston
good a
last
pick.
year?
Nah,
You said top 3, maybe?
Sorry,
You
Jordan.
did have that answer.
All right. And then I've got Tyreek finishes out of the top 10.
Well, it's gonna be even a
16-10.
more miraculous Super Bowl win then, I guess.
Single roof. 16-10.
Not as much as when I said the Packers are going to win it all, and then Jake, like 2 minutes later, started talking about, well, they don't have this guy, they don't have this guy, they don't have this guy, this guy. I was like, dadgummit. All right. Maybe not. But that's what we got.
That's fair. All right, it's the moment we've all been waiting for.
Are we finally getting into fantasy stuff?
Fantasy football season is upon us, and we go into our first preview of the season. Week 1, first matchup. Who we got?
Jake versus the belated birthday boy, Jordan.
My birthday.
Happy birthday.
We have to do this one first. Yes.
Oh, shout out to Jordan's mom.
Yeah, that's right. Oh.
Because she posted about his birthday.
Oh, wait,
Because she
whoa.
posted about his birthday.
What are we talking about?
I was like, whoa.
Rewind that for me. JT weren't fully paying attention, but I came in on the tail end of the
Birthday.
conversation.
Talking about the birthday. Happy birthday.
But how did you know that it was his birthday?
What'd you give me for my birthday? It's not my birthday yet.
She gave us Jordan. And that's a gift that we can all enjoy.
Jordan, we're sorry for this.
I'll call you later, Jordan.
All right.
Okay,
Or I
so
won't.
Jordan.
Call me. We'll talk about it. But I want you to sit on it for 24 hours.
No.
Yeah, happy birthday indeed.
Mouth
Look
shut.
at there.
Oh, so no mouth? Just
Oh.
happy birthday.
You were pissed at me for Travis Watson.
I didn't say
So
anything.
in week 1, we have turtle sandwiches versus WFT No.21 football respect red dot yellow dot feather flag.
Change your name. We just gave you praise. Change your name. It's too hard for JT to read.
Original projection 130 Jake to 123 Jordan. Live projection sits at 117 Jake, 123 Jordan with a 55% favoritism in the Yahoo.
Why did you drop off, Jake?
Apparently, Cam Akers doesn't play for the Rams.
Good, we can talk about it. What do you think?
right into it.
So I don't know if he's a doghouse, maybe breaks out later, or if he's just doesn't have it. They don't trust him, and he ain't gonna play at all.
I think it's a bad week.
I'm,
So you don't hit the panic button yet?
It was
he's
a bad
not-
week
He's
for-
not starting next week, if that's what you're asking.
It was a bad week for everybody.
They
Everybody but Cup on that offense had a bad week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Higby had
They
like
didn't look
13
very
targets.
good.
on that.
They didn't look very good up front, and the Bills' defense is pretty good too.
They are.
Drip drop.
That was a very aggressive.
Golly.
You sure?
Sorry.
I was just watching it.
Yeah, you were.
You say it.
I was mesmerized.
Hey, that was for you.
That's a thirst trap right there.
Yeah.
I got to get rid of the beard.
I don't know.
Hold on a second.
Ooh.
Oh, breaking news. When you say get rid of the beard,
Clean shave, mustache.
No, you're not.
Are you gonna do it?
Thinking about it.
are you going to transition it, like just slowly cut it over time to get
You'll
clean
see me
shave, or
one day
just
with handlebars.
No, you're not.
I hope so.
We'll see.
I hope so.
You're not gonna do it.
All right, so interesting start on Jordan's side. His wide receiver 3, George Pickens, which I know was kind of a late round favorite, projected at 7.1. I think everybody's pretty interested to see what happens with that like number 2 spot in Pittsburgh.
Who would you put in over him?
I mean, it's Shark or Jarvis Landry is the only other 2 options.
Yeah,
Because D-Hop's suspended.
right.
I think
He's got
maybe he's going-
opportunity. I mean,
He's got opportunity. I might go Landry, just Michael Thomas's first game back.
Yeah.
You know, it might be a little bit slower, kind of integrating him and force feeding him. Jarvis Landry again has been a solid receiver. You know, never like top echelon, but always pretty
I
solid.
mean, when he was in Miami, it was like every game, 7 catches, at least 50 yards.
Yeah.
Every single
Landry
game. He just
said-
didn't score.
Yeah,
I always like a big play rookie receiver. in
Olave.
the game. I just
Is a Frenchman? Is he French? Is
he's
Olave
gotten a
French?
lot of praise. I think he might get a deep
Maybe
ball.
he's
There's a lot of
It's worth
Yeah.
a chance.
That seems like it, maybe possibly.
Yeah, I like that. George Pickens kind of stands out to me in the wide receiver 3. Also stands out to me that he took a page off my playbook.
2 tight ends?
Yeah, dude, Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews.
Or Waddle.
You know, I like that. I almost took Waddle. I was up in the air about him.
You
But
don't,
I already had
you
Tyreek.
don't like Tua as much as you say you like Tua.
You know,
I already had Tyreek.
Does Burrow have a better year? What's the over/under on Burrow
7 of what?
What do we? Yeah,
compared to
what's,
last year? Is it better than last year? Worse than last year?
Well, last year I don't think he started that great and then just caught fire and
Yeah.
threw a ton of touchdowns
let's see if
towards
I
the
can-
end of the year.
I'm hoping that the only touchdowns Joe Burrow gets on Sunday go to my
Jamar?
counterpart
Does he have the best wide receiving core in football?
Yes.
Joe Burrow.
Yes.
with Boyd in the slot.
Yeah.
The only one a healthy Tampa Bay with Evans, Godwin, Julio.
Russell Gage.
You just can't with Julio. You just can't. at this point.
I think we
Maybe
can't
not.
put Julio's.
He's in that Chad Johnson
Let me see
now.
who else.
towards the end of his
If we're doing
You know,
3,
Vikings
if we're doing
are up
3
there,
deep,
kind of
Vikings,
close with
Denver,
Jefferson.
maybe.
Denver's there.
Well,
Maybe.
not without
Denver.
Tim Patrick. That's what hurts me a little bit with him. If
KJ
Tim Patrick
Hamler
was there, I
could
feel
be-
really good.
KJ Hamler could be good.
And Andrew said it. I mean, when Denver last year, when their wide receivers kept taking turns getting hurt, whoever got plugged in did well.
If you go 2 deep, there's a lot of other teams that I would put
But
ahead of
3
them.
deep.
3 deep, that's tough.
I like the Chargers. I like Palmer.
Yeah,
As a
Palmer
third.
could be
I
good.
was with
but
Mike
it's
Williams, Keenan Allen. That's another.
Miami.
Yeah, you're Cedric Wilson.
But dude, Cedric Wilson
Cedric
is a
Wilson's not-
3.
yeah.
I mean,
Look,
he's not-
Miami's going to be the fastest team in football this year.
Yeah, they are.
Philadelphia.
Even if they
Devontae,
struggle,
AJ
they'll be
Brown.
fun to watch.
Yeah.
In that third, though.
Miami's
I don't
either
know
going to
who
be
the third is.
legitimate
Dallas
or
got
they're
it.
going to be selling tickets.
Basically.
Or single Whiteside or somebody. I don't know. I mean, it's tough.
It's a thinker.
Oakland with Adams and Renfro are pretty.
I mean, it could be New Orleans if Jameis Winston's a top 7 QB. It's going to be Michael Thomas.
I mean, that's
Jarvis
what
Landry,
brought it
and
up.
Olave.
I
Like,
never put too much stock in Thomas. Bold prediction.
It's not bold. He hasn't caught a touchdown. I don't think in like 3 years. I don't think COVID existed last time he caught a touchdown.
He didn't call a touchdown since 2019.
Yeah.
Played 7 games, didn't score in 2020, didn't play at all last year.
Yeah,
So.
hasn't caught a touchdown since
A lot to be seen there.
It's a long time.
COVID.
Hey,
Canceled.
long
COVID canceled Michael Thomas. Hate to see it. Hate to see it.
I'm interested to see what happens with Chase Evans on your side. Again, I know we're
Love
Miami.
Chase Evans. I think Chase Evans.
That was one of the ones that I was so pissed because I didn't draft running backs early after the first round. I was like,
I'm banking on Chase
Yeah, I
Edmonds.
need,
and then
I
he
need Chase
wasn't
Edmonds to do something because he's going to be RB 1 or 2 next week. So definitely need him to do something.
Dude, you've got Zeke. Don't.
You got
Look,
Brees-
man,
you got Brees
I don't
Hall.
want to talk about
Yeah.
Zeke. I know we always want to talk about people, or I talk too much about
I
people.
mean, you never talk about Zeke.
I hate him.
Have you ever had
Well,
Zeke?
We.
Have you
I-
ever?
Have
you ever had Zeke?
Motherfucker in a heartbeat. Y'all have a good weekend. God, Zeke.
Zeke drives me crazy.
You know, and we'll hear it all year.
And you-
Tyler, if I wouldn't have gotten him if Tyler hadn't said this.
He did.
Are you upset you didn't get to Kyle Pitts?
No.
I took him so we could talk about him.
We're not going to
Talk
talk about
more
this
about
year.
my team.
I've talked more about Kyle Pitts last year. I think
I
I've
like
talked
this
about any
value
fantasy
more
player.
with Ryan.
But he doesn't have him.
Thank you.
JT does.
Matt Ryan.
Oh,
Oh, the other right.
Yes.
Oh, that right.
The
That
good
guy.
one.
It is
You're
interesting
the
to
great
see that both of you do have a Sunday night game. Zeke going against Tampa Bay. He has Tampa Bay's defense. Zeke did not necessarily, I can't remember his stats off the top of my
He
head,
did not.
but he did not play very well against Tampa.
Week one
Week
last
one
year.
last
But it was a
terrible.
shootout.
It was a shootout.
So
But
I'm
it
hoping
was,
for that
it
again.
was- it was all Dallas in the fourth, I think, coming back. And it was
Yeah.
all
I'm just
three.
hoping he gets a touchdown.
We ready to
be
make
honest
these
with you. Like, just get a goal line carry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if he gets 12 to 15 points, you'll be happy.
Yeah.
So week
Consider
one.
my other running back got me 0.
All right, week one. First matchup. Who you taking?
it's going to be a squeaker.
I knew y'all was going to do that. Both of y'all clowns.
But, I mean, it's not going to matter what Jake's running backs really do. His wide receivers are going to just destroy.
You taking Jake?
I'm going to take Jake by 4.
Oh, man, even.
I'm not writing down. Okay, Jake before.
So if he doesn't get 4, Brian doesn't get it?
No.
Nah, he
That
picked-
was the thing that you did with
bonus
Derrick
point.
Henry last year, like 31 carries, 296 yards, and 2 touchdowns, whatever you said, and he was close. I got Jordan in this one. I think George Pickens does score
Okay.
because it makes sense he's going to be up a lot.
I'm gonna take Jake. I like what Brian said. His receivers. That is kind of where I see that Jordan's a little bit weak. Is that receiver? He's got.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
But he
again,
does
I like,
have 2 very good receivers in Kelsey and Andrews.
Yeah, his top 2 receivers just don't play wide receiver.
Yeah.
Which is tough.
Zach Ertz is going to be big for you this year.
I'm
You're
kind
gonna
of
really
banking on
appreciate
him being a red zone target while Hobbs out.
Is
Yeah,
he?
especially his first 6
What's
weeks.
his? Has he got a Q beside it? What does it
he's
mean?
his calf.
It,
I know
was
it
a
means
calf.
questionable.
It was a calf, but
That's what it stands
What
for.
is
What does it
this
mean?
Quizno sponsorship?
Cliff says he hopes and sees Hurts playing on Sunday in some manner.
Okay,
I don't like that.
because
not-
D-Hop suspended.
I'll take Jordan back.
He said, let me switch that.
D-Hop is
Tight ends are
suspended
on free
and
agency.
Rondell Moore's out, right? Hop suspended, Moore out, so it's going to be
Hollywood.
Hollywood,
Ertz,
Ertz, and AJ Green,
Green.
and James Conner.
Who picks up AJ Green after week 1?
Dude, I about
Jordan, don't waste your time.
If he played,
I really
I
would.
need receivers, man.
if he played
No,
tight end, I'd
your
already
receivers
have.
aren't that bad.
All right, so we got Jake,
We're gonna get there.
Jordan,
Yeah.
Jake.
Yep, and we got
You gotta make
Jake
a
and
pick.
Michael to pick. Michael, you got
Mike's
to pick
gotta
because
pick.
Jake's matchups. He'll go last.
Yes, I'm gonna go Jake as well.
All right. Nice. Screw you guys.
Those wide receivers.
I got you, Jordan.
I'm going to go Jordan because I put a 0 in my running back position.
Picking your rival.
Well, I felt better until I read Hurts.
Oh, he's gonna have to come big this week.
I've actually already got on there and started looking at what tight end I need to pick
Who
up.
is
because
on the
he-
waiver
Hey,
wire?
hey,
Picks
y'all-
for Denver,
no, hey,
so
no,
at
hey.
least I might.
Chill about these tight ends on the waiver wire. Just chill. Okay.
Everybody
I've got like 8 of them saved on my watch list.
I know who you want.
David and Joku.
That's who we
Jake,
want.
can I get a bottle of water?
draft?
That's who we want. I almost did too.
Yeah, I almost drafted him, then I was like, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah. I almost drafted him and Higby. All right, so that takes us to our second matchup of the week. Second matchup of the week is
Michael versus the new guy.
The new guy.
oh
DJ Claus.
Man,
Let's go, Michael.
I love it.
Then you talk about coming into a trial by fire. Yeah, tough league.
Talking about movies that I probably watched in high school more than any other movie. We talked about the other day.
Whatever you
The
do.
new guy was on Stars like every
All the
single
time,
night.
all the time,
Love that
all
movie.
the time. All right, so we've got
Washington, high. We're gonna beat them. All right, go ahead.
Lincoln High.
We're gonna beat them.
We're
Except-
gonna beat him.
Oh yeah. What is that?
Water.
I know, but what kind?
Sparkling. Sparkling.
Flavor.
Kiwi strawberry.
Thank you.
Sorry.
All right, so we
I was
got
gonna say
You guys are giving me good. Green was bad.
We're getting there.
All right, so we got the Godwins with a original projection of 124 versus 50 Shades of Trey with an original projection of 10.
Hold on a second. Michael, you read those books?
I have not.
Have you seen those movies?
I have not.
Okay, good. Just making sure. Moving on.
That little thing I
just
did
had to ask.
with a drink, that plays a part.
My projection stands at 123 to 16.
Whew.
Brian has a question.
Question? Answer.
I got another.
I want to know.
Now that you're here, are you going to set your lineup up while you're doing this, or are you going to make the rest of us guess?
Oh, so you're
I'm
going
gonna
to do
make
it on
you
the
guess.
show?
Nobody ever knows what's coming.
Okay.
I mean, you can probably
All
guess.
right.
I
Because
got one.
if you've listened in the years past, we set your lineup for you to do
Yes.
these projections. Are you going to use that as like a?
Do
I
you
think
think
Jake
use what
brainstorming
we
something?
say, or do you already know who you're going to put in?
He
I
doesn't
have
care
an
about
idea.
us.
Man knows.
If anything, it comes down to like
I mean, not
last
like
year.
you need to listen to us.
Last year, I had so many injuries, so yeah, I was just
Last year we were just flipping coins with Lamar and Jalen Hurts pretty much. the
Yeah,
entire
that
year.
was-
I
that
don't know.
was
Their,
bad.
their projections are about the same. We'll just say he's going with this guy. Yes, Mr. Trogman.
He's starting Trey Lance at quarterback.
Yeah.
That I am. That I am. 100%.
Davis at wide receiver.
I don't know. Justin Fields.
No, man, just pick 2019 Lamar season for Trey Lance.
You
He
don't
just
win the
win
MVP in 1 week.
I do have some.
He
weeks I'm gonna play
He can throw Justin Fields.
Okay.
I do have some weeks I'm gonna play Justin Fields. I like his
He's going to
legs.
put in DJ Moore and
He's got nice
Sutton.
legs.
He does have
He's
nice
got
legs.
nice legs.
He's going to put in
I gotta
Swift
stop.
and Williams.
I called you attractive like 4 times in the draft. Somebody said, "Oh, that's a nice pick."
I know every
Team's
position
good.
except for Swift.
Are you going to add these up?
I thought that
That's what we did last
Yeah,
year.
yeah,
That's what we did last
Here,
year.
just give me the numbers.
Do
All right.
math.
So
Trey Lance,
20 or 22
Well, I already got 16, right?
16 plus 22.
Plus 22,
plus 11
11.
plus
Give it
12,
13.
5.
Oh, now we're doing decimals.
He's going to have to. He's right there at it. Plus 15 plus 13 plus 10
Plus 13 for his defense.
plus 13 for his defense.
And then 10.
I don't know who's
I'll
going
throw Mooney in there.
We're just going to be in your flex.
As of right
11.
now, yeah.
Moody.
123 and a half.
Oh, man.
What a matchup of the week, part duh.
That's 2.
So that puts it 123.29 to 123.5.
Ooh.
Must have
Man,
been
tight.
pretty
Michael's going to make some changes.
All right. So what stands out to you in this matchup? I'll go first.
Did you ask a question and answer it?
Yep.
Well said.
Etienne? Is that how he says his name?
We can go with that.
ETN.
Etienne.
It's like 3 E-T.
Oh, no. He's the big question mark.
Yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know what to expect.
Him at Clemson was like,
I feel
Damn
like Tyler
good
could
ball.
I
have
didn't know he
a,
went to Clemson.
Go ahead, Jake.
feel like Tyler could have a really good team if that works out.
Yeah,
Like
me
that's his big question mark.
Yeah.
Because that and more in the Jets. I know that he's talented, but we went back to the conversation we have all go that
It's the Jets.
and who's throwing it to him.
Flacco.
Go, dog. It's a revenge game.
It is a revenge.
Ooh.
It's
What do you
not that
mean?
good. It's,
what do you mean?
what do you mean? What
Flacco
I mean?
played for Baltimore.
He used to be the quarterback for Baltimore.
Oh, okay. So I'm
And he's
stuck
playing
on
against him now, so he
Etienne.
wants revenge. Are we not
Flacco's the
better?
reason Baltimore.
Hey, if
hasn't
y'all had to
been back to the
explain
Super
what
Bowl.
Q meant to me, I got to explain what a revenge game means. Now we're all learning.
Boy, we're a fancy football podcast.
Did you say fancy or fantasy?
Fancy.
Okay.
Fancy.
But we're not classy.
We're fancy.
But that be, there you go.
Yeah, Etienne stands out to me. I like
I'll
Aaron
pour
Jones a
him a
lot
beer. I
this
can't
year,
drink
though.
one.
I like Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon both. I like
I
both.
do too.
I do think by week 4 or 5, Tyler's going to be struggling who to put in at wide receiver because he's got a deep wide receiver pool.
I'll take one. Who's he got?
Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Elijah Moore, Jerry Jeudy, Chris Godwin, Josh Palmer.
Okay.
Be a little surprised that we said he reached on Damian Pierce, and now he don't have.
And now he doesn't have him starting.
Yeah.
Who they
That's a
playing?
terrible matchup they're
Well, I was
getting.
gonna say, they are playing
He's
Indiana.
that's a
smart.
terrible
We're going to wait
matchup.
until he
Well,
does.
kind of. I mean, I might throw Judy into where Moore is, and then Pierce into the flex. That could be an option of how to start him.
Yeah, I mean it's.
That's one of those things I want to kind of wait and see.
Yeah.
See,
Well, I mean,
I
that's the
just-
same thing with me and
Etienne,
ETN.
too.
Like,
I feel like I wouldn't have started Pierce this week just based off who he's playing. But if you draft somebody usually in top
Yeah.
5 rounds, they're
They're
penciled
normally
in
starting,
number one. Unless they're hurt or suspended or something. They're usually going to get.
So going back to what Ryan said earlier about Cam Akers, James Robinson, his backup.
Same way. So I was those 2 guys were off my board.
Yeah, and so if he is not going to get the ball much. That means ETN will
He
get
should.
plenty of
Yeah,
rep or opportunity.
absolutely.
So, I mean, high volume, young legs, set out last year, new head coach where it's not like a dysfunctional
Yeah,
situation down there anymore.
I think you just completely wipe out what happened last year in Jacksonville all the way through.
Did Urban Meyer destroy
Or what
his-
happened in Cincinnati on that Thursday night. We just don't talk about that either.
I got our first weekly bold prediction.
Urban Meyer comes out of retirement again.
Goes to Michael's team. Goes
Okay.
to my original bold prediction. I got DJ Moore 10+ catches.
Dang God.
Revenge game.
Golly.
Revenge game in the rain. They're going to keep it short. I don't think they're going to air it out a whole lot. DJ Moore, a lot of balls around the line of scrimmage. I think he has 10+ catches.
I think he's got two big receivers on revenge games. Not only Moore, but Sutton with Russell against Seattle.
Mhm.
That's his
Dang,
number
son.
one. This matchup's
And
coming
it's
out
a
Monday
Monday,
night.
and it's a Monday night game.
Dang, son.
Ooh.
I think Sutton might go for like 20 fantasy points.
Ooh.
I hope he does.
Give it to him. Give it to him.
Is it bold? It's bold.
It's bold.
Pretty
Bold as
bold.
it's gonna get.
20. I think 20 points for a receiver will give you a top 5 week
Mhm.
most weeks.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I love making bold predictions on weeklies.
I know. This I know.
So I do have a question for you because I always have this kind of issue with like when I'm drafting. Because you got Javonte, the number 1 running back in Denver, and then Sutton, the number 1 receiver. Do you ever kind of
Kinda stagger 'em?
Yeah, because you don't want to be like, I wish they had handed it off, or you just like score as many points as you can, and hopefully my guys take them home.
it's
If
either way.
That's
Yeah.
that's
If
that's
it's
that's
the
that's-
offense,
Touchdowns
if it's a
are
good
touchdowns.
offense, I'll start them both and just hope.
Because it's like
It'll
having
spread out
it's
eventually.
having like Jamar Chase and Joe Mixon. Like,
Yeah, last year's score had Jefferson and Dalvin Cook.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, you got them.
I don't know.
I
if
feel
that's
like I feel like I get 60% of their
They're good.
touchdowns.
Now,
Maybe
I always get
At least
to
when I'm
got
watching a team play and I have the running back, I'm like, just
Very
run the
well
freaking
said.
ball, run the freaking ball.
If you got-
Just score points and just get it.
But
to
if I've got the
guys.
quarterback and the wide receiver like I did Thursday, I'm like, anytime he doesn't throw it to him, I'm pissed. I'm like, I'm still getting the points the quarterback's throwing, but I won't. I'm being greedy.
Easy.
Like double
It's all good.
Yeah, but yeah, as far as if it's a high-powered offense, I don't mind having a couple guys. Now, do I want to take Jefferson and
We're
Cook
trying
in
to do
rounds
some
1 and 2? Probably not.
Yeah.
I don't mind if I got 2 or 3 guys. You know, I mean, just whatever's a good night. Just kidding.
No, it's not.
Who we taking in our week 1 fantasy preview of?
The Chargers
Tyler
touch
B. Michael.
tips.
They
Yes.
did touch tips.
All right,
Michael.
Taking Michael.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah.
You said Michael. Okay.
Hard not to go with the reigning champ.
I pick last.
You
Yeah,
pick
yeah,
last.
you pick
It's your
last.
Your
matchup.
turn.
Does anybody else ever pick themselves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All
It
the
happens.
I was asking.
When you love us, when we love anybody else, that's what it comes down to.
You gotta love yourself first.
Except when
Yeah,
Jake is
yeah.
ended up with Zeke halfway
Well,
through the season. He's like, well,
you
I
gotta
got
love
Zeke. I'm just going to
yourself
pick everybody else.
But yeah,
But then he wins. So, well, I don't know. It's,
I'm gonna pick Michael.
I used to have a rule where I didn't take
I'm glad you made me
myself,
sound
except
like
when
my
I played
grandma.
Jordan. I took
Then he had to.
or Andrew.
I'm gonna pick Michael,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say the. I don't know.
What did you do? What'd you do?
Brian's not with us at the moment.
oh, he made me laugh.
Bailey's
He's
got
back.
to come
He's
check
back.
on you.
I got Michael. I'll give him the edge
About 28,
because
you would say.
Gabe Davis already exceeded his projection. I also think he's got the edge at tight end. Tyler Higbee, not bad, 6.4. But Dalton Schultz, man, I think he's going to operate as their second receiving option for
Bold prediction. This
For
year,
what?
Mark Andrews.
Dalton Schultz. This year's Mark Andrews.
Okay, so that's
Yeah,
going.
yeah,
That's going in the
bold
regular.
prediction.
Yeah.
That's a regular season.
All right, what's he doing week 1 then?
Week 1, he's gonna go 18 points.
Whoa.
I like it. 18 points for a tight end. I think that's bold.
That's
And that was
real
Schultz,
bold.
you said?
Schultz.
Yeah.
Dr. Schultz.
You proud of that?
Not really.
You
You
said-
said team name if you
Oh,
want.
well, you said 18 minutes this week?
Yeah, 18 points this
Okay.
week.
Okay. So, down to go. Who you taking? Tyler v. Michael. The suspense is killing me.
I'm taking Tyler.
Oh, young blood.
I don't want Michael to get his head too big. It's not like he just won a championship or anything.
But he did.
After being pretty much out of it for the first half of
Yeah.
the season, and
That's
that's
how
on his way back.
Michael slow rolls his championship runs. He's like the Giants when they beat the Patriots a couple times. Start out slow and then get hot late.
That's how it takes.
That would be a fun podcast episode. What NFL teams is our fantasy legacy? You know what I mean?
Okay, so
We've talked about that.
We have talked about it, but I think it'd be fun. Late.
Mine would be like the Packers. Like you win a lot early and then you haven't won anything in like 30
Okay,
years.
we'll
We'll think.
We'll circle back.
Yeah.
We'll run it up the flagpole. We'll circle back.
we'll workshop.
We're doing
this.
corporate email things.
Brian, who you taking?
Up the flagpole.
Corporate jargon, you get it.
Sound like a horsey. Sound like a
It's going to
gay
be
horsey.
close, man. I really think Tyler could win.
Nay.
I'll go with Mike. Just start out the season. I mean, I've
Reigning champ.
for 4 years. I got
Champ,
no
champ.
deal.
He's on the list. He's on the
On the
list.
list. You ain't escaping it this year. You ain't surprising
No, you
nobody.
got
I know.
You ain't sneaking up on us.
All right, let's hear it.
Don't get you.
All right. It's coming down to Monday night. I think Javante, Denver, and Cortland Sutton put me over the top.
He also did.
Taking Trigg.
Take myself. So, 1-1.
All right, sweet.
All right, cool. Good talk.
All right, let's go into our third matchup. Third matchup is Ryan. Actually, it's not.
No, it's not. It's you.
It's me.
JT
All right.
versus Andrew.
So, okay. After I say this, I want to see the notebook for a second.
Okay.
All right, so we have the cult of personality, JT versus Smith Schuster and the Juju.
That is the best fantasy name.
I've got a better one for you. Jake, say this. Say this.
Is this what we've been waiting
Yes,
on
this
this
is
whole
what
entire time?
This is gonna be a weekly
This
segment.
was Andrew's name a couple days ago, and I wish you'd have kept it. I want you to say this name for us.
Maybe JT types it on the screen so people can see it.
Okay. I'll do that.
Suju Schuster.
That doesn't say Schuster.
Schuster.
All right, now say it quick. Say it fast.
I'm good.
Say it
No,
fast.
say it fast.
Suju.
That's not fast. Say it
That
fast.
is Suju Schuster.
That's not fast.
You're saying it fast like you say I run fast. That doesn't
Say it
exist.
fast. Say it fast.
You say fast.
Juju sister.
God
You
bless
did what to whose sister? I was waiting for you to do that. I had to do it for myself.
It's just a cell phone right there.
Yeah. Golly, see what I do for y'all's entertainment. All right, anyways. All right, so we have a original projection of 127 to 124. We have a live
Why
projection
did
of
he change
135
his team
to
name?
124.
Change it back,
I
man.
agree.
That is awesome.
All right, 60
I love
40.
Smith Schuster and the Choo Choos. I want to put that on a t-shirt.
60 40 favorite in favor of cult of personality.
Can I get my notebook back?
Oh. Yes. Yes,
Hey.
you're right.
Not too good.
Not as bad when I look this way.
All right, this is me, V. Andrew, so I'll let y'all kind of take the lead on this. Okay, I'll take it. All right, McCaffrey was so he wasn't added to the injury report, or
Was
was
he taken off of it?
or what? I mean,
There's
he's
nothing
got enough.
decided.
He was
designation.
added to the injury report for practice. He's not
Okay.
added to it. He's fine.
So he should be good to go.
He got cut by
He
Cleveland.
didn't get an injury designation in fantasy, but he was added to the team's injury report. So yes, and no.
Indeed.
Yes.
McCaffrey stays healthy. What does he finish the year?
RB1.
Healthy.
RB1.
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 There's no other alternative.
His
Well, they can
ability
do
to
3,
catch
4,
the
5.
ball is
If he's
separates
healthy,
him
he's
from every other running back.
And
White, you've been out.
Like he could have 10 receptions easily a game.
Dude's just got a motor.
So you're saying he
He's
gets
Jackie
70 and 10 just off receiving, and then whatever he throws.
See,
in
that's my
rushing,
problem
like-
with your 10 catches for DJ Moore. If McCaffrey's on the field, and
Well, if
they're
Baker has
not
20
going
completions, half go to him, half go to him, then you're done.
But
Tommy Trimble has a drop.
you're forgetting about a Hall of Famer on that offense.
Terrace Marshall
Forgot about
is going to be good.
I forgot about him.
I think McCaffrey will still end up with 5-6 catches. Easy.
Oh, yeah, easy.
Oh yeah, it's not hard.
No, he's
Not right now.
Especially if it's going to be raining this much, it's going to be shorter passes.
Yeah.
Even if it's 5-6 catches would be good.
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, I think it's no problem. All right, so
All right. What do you see Juju doing in KC? Is he
TikTok
like-
videos?
Is he the number one? Like, is he
I
like?
think
a
he
true
came
number
out this
one?
week and said we don't.
He
have
said we
him."
don't have a number one. He does. It's still Kelsey, but
Kelsey
Yes,
is number one.
Kelsey.
Yeah,
I think Kelsey just steals so much underneath that it, in my opinion, hurts Juju. I think the biggest need that they had was someone to take the top off the defense. That's where
That's MVS.
that's why I drafted
Or Harmon.
MVS. Maybe, and so I
That's why I
drafted them
picked up
both
Harmon.
actually and dropped one of them because I had to pick.
Oh, I was mine.
Yeah, so you had to see which one it was going to be.
Mhm.
I don't think they have any receiver that has like alpha number one type.
No,
Make
there's no clear cut outside cousin.
And they did. They cut
It's
Josh
just-
Gordon.
It just hurts
Oh.
Juju
It's
that
tough.
he's operating in the same space as.
It comes down
Kelsey.
bad juju, good juju.
Which I mean,
I could be completely
Juju
wrong
ran up
'cause
the
he
seam
still
and
gets-
kind of went a little bit deep when his rookie year or second year when AB was there. He kind of did a little bit more deep routes, and then he got hurt in his knee, and Big Ben didn't
Yeah.
throw the ball down the field, so he went more underneath. So he could turn back into young good Juju,
Patrick
but he's
Mahomes-
been bad Juju.
Patrick Mahomes is
He's
I mean,
Patrick Mahomes.
really good.
He's got a decent arm.
So I mean, yeah, he could
Terrible
make some
brother.
terrible brother. Okay.
I like his double up with Brown and Murray.
I like Hollywood. I
And
like
then
Hollywood.
I really like his running backs. I'm actually on the James Conner bandwagon. I
Yep.
think he's going to have
It's
a good year.
bandwagon.
I think he even took a couple games to get going last year and then just exploded. Like had a great season, especially with touchdowns. So
Only thing I worry about with both of them is just injury concerns, which there's injury concerns.
I mean that's what I was about to say across the board.
But both of them do have a little bit of a history. James Conner was healthy last year.
The biggest thing
And
with McCaffrey, it's
paid
never been like. I mean that's what they're talking about, like a major ACL or Achilles. It's always just been like.
Minor.
I stand by they
Yeah.
just stashed McCaffrey because they didn't have a shot.
Yeah, and you made
It's your prized possession.
Same thing the year before.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
But
So-
now you're at a point where you have to play.
Yeah, I think he's had nagging injuries that he's going to play through. But now, hey, we're like, what, year 3 into his contract extension? We're paying him already. Might as well let him play.
Play him out there.
No, we got to get something, some ROI.
And on the other side, JT,
Am I
that's
right?
my like.
Roy.
I like your receivers. Obviously, I think you got 3 number ones, and we'll see what Hill does in Miami. But he's still Tyreek. He's still going to be every time he touches the ball, a chance for touchdown.
17, 16.
Michael Thomas, if he's healthy, talk about health
Hold on a
concerns
second.
kind of there.
Mhm.
It's going to be what your running backs do.
Yep.
What they do,
I
though?
agree.
No,
Well,
Texas got it back.
Which ones show up? Does Barkley ever return to the form that they once thought he was progressing towards? I mean, he's had what 2
He
bad
should-
seasons.
He should get the ball a lot.
Well, I mean, injury, and then last year he was not.
Last year he was coming off the ankle injury, right? Still, didn't he get hurt, like tweak his ankle early in the year, just
Yeah,
try to play
he did.
through it later in the year?
Who was this?
Saquon. You can speak on Saquon. You
Go
have-
ahead,
Yeah. No. Look, my whole plan in the draft this year was when he got back to me, I was taking Saquon. So I'm a big believer in Saquon. This year.
Saquon or Bishop Sankey? Go.
Saquon.
God.
Bishop Sankey, man.
Bishop Sankey, man.
I'm pulling for him.
What are you gonna do with Bishop?
Nothing. Now.
Yes.
We're getting 2 solid years.
Cooper Cup, give me a
two
little
more
bit
best
of,
years of my life.
A little bit of a
a
cushion.
little bit of a cushion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cooper Cup's just unreal.
He's Cooper.
Yeah, 25 was nice starting off the year.
And I think, especially early in the season, Jalen Hurts has a massive upside over Kyler Murray.
Jalen Hurts is your make or break. Jalen Hurts is, if he's top 7 QB this year,
I think he's
you
top.
win the whole thing.
I think he's top 2.
5.
I had contemplation of making that be my bold take was Jalen Hurts fantasy MVP
Yeah.
and,
Hurts,
and having
man,
like
that's
a
your make or break.
Michael Vick when he played with the Eagles type season. under
Now
Chip
he's
Kelly.
got that alpha receiver.
He's got the alpha.
If he stays on the field,
Which- that's what we talked about last
another
year.
injury
Tyreek's got an alpha with Pat Mahomes, that double up. Devontae and Rodgers, Diggs and Josh Allen. Now you got Devontae and Carr. We're elevating Devontae, or we're elevating Carr because Devontae, like,
Well,
you can
Cooper Kupp
you can
is
elevate,
Stafford.
yeah. And then you've got now Hurts gets his guy. Does that make a big difference? I think it
I
can.
believe it does.
Think so.
Yeah.
I wanted Jalen Hurts pretty bad, and then I took Diggs, and I was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and take Allen. But dude, Jalen Hurts.
You're not struggling at quarterback.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every mock.
You're good. You're not.
If you in our other the prototype league, I took Jalen, and that's what I based my whole thing on. So I think Jalen's gonna have a monster year.
So
You need AJ Brown to stay healthy, and I think they can do a ton of damage.
I've heard a lot of conflicting ideas about David Montgomery.
I don't like
It's
that.
like, well, so there's no one to take from him. Like that's the one thing I do like about David Montgomery. There's no one pushing him.
Khalil Herbert's good, but you're
Not pushing.
No.
Like I think he's locked in at RB1. But then they said he doesn't fit this new coaching staff. Like they have openly come out and said like this is
Herbert
not.
does though,
I guess.
but he's not as good.
But he's not.
But he's a good fit. Oh no, Andy's. Buddy, Andy.
Boy, it's rust. There's some rust there.
Yeah.
Rest
You're
versus
gonna get-
rust.
Get it back. They'll get it back.
struggling.
First one.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead.
Let's hear it.
I'm gonna take I'm gonna take you. There's a lot of toss-ups this week.
You can toss it up.
I think Debo is going to come close to Cooper Cup's points for this week.
Okay.
You know who's throwing him the ball?
Apparently, he still agrees to run the ball.
Fantasy
So
MVP.
that
Yeah,
is what I heard.
he's got
Lance
league
Leonard.
MVP. And Chicago's defense. I mean, they've got one guy
Yeah.
who's in a contract dispute.
Roquan?
I was about to say Robert Quinn had a big year.
Roquan. I ain't worried about him.
Didn't he lead the league in sacks?
He ain't worried about it.
But Brady Quinn out there getting the same production.
He ain't worried
But I'm going to take you. I'm going to take
He
you
was
this
up.
week.
All right.
But
Right.
you, don't be surprised if you see this matchup for the championship.
Who'd you say, JT?
Ooh.
To JT. Mhm.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, man. Hold on a second. Brian, who'd you say?
I took JT.
Yeah, well, what'd you say after that? Don't
Don't
be
be
surprised.
surprised if they match up the championship.
Okay. Well, you have Andrew.
I've got
Yeah, he had me and Andrew as kind of that last spot.
But if y'all were the ones fighting for it, you couldn't play each other if one of you was knocking the other one out.
It's still possible. This league, that's how it is. He was out of the playoffs and ran through it.
Both.
Yeah. No,
That he
on
did.
y'all. On y'all.
On y'all.
I'm going to go Andrew because of the running backs.
Okay. Andrew because of the running.
Because McCaffrey's healthy. That's why.
I'm gonna go JT, and I think Miles Sanders should start over David Montgomery.
Woo!
Miles Sanders is going to score his first touchdown this year.
There's
He didn't
a lot
score
of
one
people-
last year.
He ain't
He
scored
didn't score
since
last year.
2020.
There's 3 or 4 different guys who believe Miles Sanders is the breakout guy this year in fantasy.
If he scores a touchdown, that's a breakout.
That is-
That's all you got to do is just.
He's trying to build him up and tear him down at the same time.
Is he Jacoby Myers?
No, he's Miles Sanders.
I think you should at least think about it.
I'll
Think about it. Think about it. Miles Sanders, I really.
I've been thinking. I'll continue to think.
Have you thought about Pollard?
I thought about Pollard.
What are your thoughts about Pollard?
If it's a shootout,
Well,
he
they
fits that
talked
perfect.
about like moving him around a lot, like
him
in
in
the
the slot?
offense.
He, I was
Yeah.
about to say, he can line up in the slot a lot.
If this was
Still get
full
some
point
carries.
PPR, I feel like it's
I
not
feel
even
like-
close.
I feel like Zeke and Pollard could be used similar to
Aaron Jones,
AJ
AJ
Dillon and Aaron Jones as far as both of them being on the field because they're two of the best
Being
playmakers
productive.
on each team.
Yeah.
So
I thought about it. I got a lot of thinking to do.
this is your team.
Yeah,
We're
you
just-
do
we're
what
just
you
throwing
want.
out-
Yeah, we're just here.
We're spitballing here. Throwing it against the wall, see what sticks. Is it Montgomery? I got JT.
Jake, you pick. Brian, you pick. Am I the one that had to pick?
Who you got for tight end?
Kyle. Rudolph?
Oh, Kyle Pitts. Okay, good
Oh,
talk.
it's Pitts. Okay, I thought it
we
was Kyle.
said we were going to talk about him, so I figured we need to talk about him.
We didn't
All right.
talk about him though.
All right, I'm going to take myself, and then I think it's because of Kyle Pitts. Like I think Kyle Pitts is going to be. I think he's going to be tight end one this year because I think he scores more than one touchdown.
Okay.
I think.
I mean, he got over 1,000 yards last year, and they were not good.
Right, they were not good. I'm not saying that I think Mariota's like a stud or anything, but and Mariota ain't started in a long time. But I will at least say this: Delaney Walker was a pretty serviceable tight end with Mariota. Like he was a top probably 5 to 7 tight end with Mariota, and I think Kyle Pitts and Delaney Walker, like he's a beast, like no doubt.
But Delaney
He's not
Walker,
Kyle Pitts,
dude,
though.
but he had
Kyle
no
Pitts.
speed. Delaney
Right.
Walker just was big and had hands. Kyle Pitts has got the largest wingspan, I think, in the league,
Kyle Pitts is
possibly
a-
league history.
So that's the
Freaking
reason I
out.
give myself the
He's
edge.
still got maybe the worst offensive line
That's great.
in the NFL. They're still
So they're not
gonna
gonna
look
throw it
for a
deep.
number one receiver. Maybe Drake London is it. I don't know. I don't even know who the running
I
back
do
is.
not trust
Gonna be
highly drafted wide
Patterson
receivers
and
out of USC.
Tice, Tyler Algier.
Yeah.
They're going to be down a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cordero
The biggest thing
Patterson's
was
not going
he
to do
got-
what he did last
He had
year.
double cover.
No,
That's
it was
what
like a
happened
wildcat
to him last
offense.
year.
Nobody was
Is that
expecting.
They had a linebacker on them at the line with the safety shaded over the top. And until someone else makes them pull the safety away or a running back that makes a linebacker feel threatened, that's Kyle Pitts' biggest issue is that he's basically going against a double cover as a tight end. Not a speedster who's just trying to run by everybody. Like he's a possession guy who's trying to find space with 2 guys on him.
He just needs to be on better teams. Basically what we're saying, guys. But, I mean, if you got drafted number 4 overall, you're going to be on a bad team. See. But he was a 1,000-yard tight end last year on a terrible offense. If they just make any kind of improvements,
Yes.
See,
But they downgraded.
they did.
But I think he scores more than one touchdown. And I think he ends up
it is the
scoring.
same bet.
Or play more games in London.
Maybe. All right, what's our next matchup?
Next matchup was a possible matchup of the week, but didn't score versus Roach.
Score B Broach. Let's check it out.
Roach.
So we have Broach, the real Slim Shady.
Nice.
I like it.
versus
Is
the
he,
Scorpion King of Andrew Speary. We have a the total right now is 1.7 to 1.
It's tight.
Man, it's
It's
tight.
Go either way.
Original projection was the closest, 130.84 to 131.5. Live projection again is the closest, but both teams kind of not
There was
kind
some-
definitely.
There was some fantasy duds on Thursday
They
night.
underperformed together though.
Yeah.
Like they got on the
Yeah,
same
it's a
page.
watch. It's a watch.
They got on the
It's
same
a watch.
page.
Allen
It's like they're
Robinson,
playing one less player than everybody other.
pretty much.
I
Allen
was
Robinson,
disappointed
take
in
it
that
zero.
one. I was really disappointed in that one.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were
Yeah,
disappointed.
I think I was expecting him to have a big year.
Allen Robinson with 1.7, Dawson Knox with 1. That is where our total stands right now. All right, so who's gonna be the difference maker here? You got it.
Mr.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Oh,
He's gonna be the difference maker. I think this is. I
You
think this,
speak
this,
on
This is his year.
this is his year.
You wanna speak
Shut
on
up, Michael.
Yeah.
Shut up, dude. Shut up.
Man, this man wanted some CEH.
I
Man,
already scored like 3 texts. Hey, what kind of trades are going to take for me to get
Yes.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire? And he sent one with Josh Allen, and I said, just stop.
You know it.
I said, I'm just not even trying anymore.
I already got a running back. He plays quarterback for me.
Yeah, that's what I say. I got one of those.
I like
Yeah, that's the difference maker.
I like Eli Mitchell
Okay, so you taking the flex spot on the other team? Okay.
because he's in a Shanahan offense.
But he is the starter.
Did you say shit handoff?
He did. But he's the starter week 1 for a
Yeah,
Shanahan
that
offense.
doesn't-
Every time Shanahan has a breakout running back, they're like third on the depth
I feel
chart
like they're
at the
pretty
beginning of the season.
confident because they've released other running backs to kind
They
of
drafted
say
Trey Sermon like second or third round.
third round 2 years ago, cut him, and then they let go of was that
Jamichael
Hasty?
Hasty.
Yeah. So it's him
It's
and
him.
then Wilson.
My name is Jeff.
Tyrion Davis Price,
So
The rookie.
third
Who's
round.
got a shot.
well,
So
that's
cut
scary
next
now.
year. Turn the south.
Yeah,
If he's healthy, he's good. But he
I
had
think
like
the
8
reason I
different
like
injuries
him a
last
lot
year.
this week in particular is Bears are terrible up front.
Bears are terrible football.
Yes, and I think he might kind of be a difference maker there.
Could be.
Who's his other running backs going this week? Is he? I think he had
Chubb
a pretty
and
good
Taylor and
Taylor.
Chubb.
Yeah, again, Carolina got scorched on the ground last year. We watched that happen multiple times as Panthers fans. So I really like his running back matchups this week. He's got 3 very good running back matchups. Now, as wide receivers, that's where he gets a little shaky. With the 1.7, Brown, new system, he is the number 1 on a quarterback we were just raving on. So we're hoping he performs. And then Bateman. He's the number 1 wide receiver, but number 2 option.
I love Rashad Bateman. I just wish he would
I
have
want-
pass heavy offense too.
Yeah.
Told you. They called him to college, Keenan Allen. I said, I'm in. I don't care.
Where'd he go to college?
Minnesota.
Did not know that.
Okay. Yeah, you did.
I think
You're
we
talking
did this
about
game.
Keenan
I think we did this game last year when I just named
We
out
did.
players.
Give
and you
me a
typed-
random player. I'll tell you where they went to college.
Nick Chubb. It's an easy.
Alabama.
Come on, man.
Georgia.
Damn.
Come on.
T. Higgins.
Alabama.
No.
Damn.
That's a good. Hey, if you're getting some NFL players and you stick with Alabama,
You got my strategy
Yeah,
now.
okay, yeah.
Just guess Alabama on all of them.
T. Higgins. was Clemson.
No, okay. Did not
But all
know
right, that was a good game.
Good
Didn't
game.
work out for you. Najee
We'll
Harris.
try again next week. Alabama.
Okay.
You know,
There we
Ah,
I
come
just wanted to give you that one because I think Scorp's team,
All went to Alabama?
Texas.
Alabama.
I mean, is that where we're going with this?
I think Najee, if he has a good season, I think Scorp's got a great squad. But I was skeptical about Najee Harris. Just I don't trust their offensive line or their offense. And they were talking about scaling back his touches or scaling back his snaps.
He gets a lot of these.
But if
little-
he, I mean, he had a game with like 19
I
targets.
know.
So, I mean,
He gets a lot of all these check downs, man. That racks up quick.
But
Even
he
if he
also-
doesn't get a lot of yards.
also, they said he had a foot
Sure.
sprain like 2 weeks ago.
It
It wasn't. I don't know if it was Liz Frank or not. It could have been Jones. I don't know.
Both of them are.
Both of them are serious, but I don't know. If he has the year like he had last year, maybe a little bit more touchdowns.
I'm
As his number 2 running back, he's got a chance to
I'm
have a fantastic.
I'm interested in seeing. So he started Thielen over Deontay.
Deontay was questionable up until today. So
Yeah.
maybe that might have something to do
Maybe.
with it. I
I'm
don't
just a
know.
little interested in that. I'm
He'll
not.
make that change.
Think so?
Yeah.
But he's
Yeah,
also
that
got, like I just talked about that offense, he's got 2 possible starters from that offense. I don't know if they struggle, his team could struggle. If they do,
Yeah, both
if
of
they
them
do what
last
they
year,
yeah.
Had both of them.
Yeah.
Deontay
And Big Ben targeted those 2 above everybody else. So if he,
Trubisky sucks.
Big Ben wasn't very good last year either.
I think
But he peppered them
when
both
Kenny
with
Pickett
targets.
comes in, both of their value goes up.
Yeah, 100%.
Because
100%.
Big Ben's one of those guys, just like Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, Matt Ryan. They have no problem checking down the running backs.
They're also immobile.
Does
The biggest
issue with
Trubisky
check
is
down?
he doesn't make reads. He just locks on and throws.
Yeah,
And
Trubisky's
in
not.
NFL, there's too good a secondary that's just going to fly to where your eyes are.
Yep. So that's we need to figure out how that offense is going to run to determine if Scorp's going to have a fantastic team or you never know. I mean, but he was the number one team going into the playoffs last year because he had very similar 3 of his first 5 picks last year. He's got again this year.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He took Dalvin, Najee,
And
and Deontay. I think 3 of the first 5.
You got a bold
last year.
prediction on Clyde Edwards-Helaire? It can be week or season. I'm just interested to hear.
I think he finishes as I'm not going to go for this week. I'll go for the year.
Season long, Trigger Mike.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I'll say top 16 running back.
Whew. All right. Okay.
I was going to say top 20 is not really bold. I'll put top 16.
He got drafted top 20, what was it, 25th, 26th, maybe ranked running back, maybe.
I don't know.
Something
We'd
like
have to
that.
go back and look.
He should be on somebody else's roster
Give me Nick Chubb for
for this week or
Yeah.
season long.
Give me Nick Chubb for 25 points.
Oh, how dare you.
This week.
Playing
Yeah,
Carolina.
we got
In
ran
the
all
rain.
over last
In
year.
the
That was
rain.
last.
And
That was last.
Are they going to really let Jacoby Brissett go out there and just gunsling? No.
They're going to let him throw it to a joke.
They might. It's Cleveland.
JT, mom handing the ball off for you audio listeners.
Thank
Or
you.
Kareem Hunt just takes over and really helps everybody.
Give me Scorp this week.
They can score.
All
All
right,
let's see.
Brian takes score. Oh
Man,
man,
this is a tough one.
This is a good matchup.
This is a
this
good
should have been
matchup.
matchup of the week. I don't know what you guys were
I
thinking.
asked y'all decided we want ourselves to be matchup of the week.
Myself.
After your suggestion, we did. Yes, sir.
I'll talk about it.
Oh,
Man, this is a
God, he's got Clyde Edwards
Yeah, this is very tough.
Oh man, I'm gonna go Broach.
Ooh.
I have a feeling that
Sound like-
I feel like Lamar could repeat 2019 this year.
He can't.
less,
Trey Lance.
a little bit less. Than
Yeah.
But
I'm just
they can have. They're a different team. They can have the same numbers.
They're going to have to put it on his back. I mean, the
His
running
team on
backs are
back
banged
mode.
up. Receiver, they lost Hollywood. Hollywood had a pretty good year last year.
No, he did.
So it's going to have to be on Lamar's back.
All right, I got Lamar winning MVP. That's my season
Okay.
prediction. It was him and Jalen Hurts. I think are going to go back and forth.
All right.
Dude, this is tough.
I know.
Like, I really like the matchup at running back for Broach, but I don't like his receivers as much as I do Scorps.
Yeah,
And then how's Pat Mahomes look with new weapons, I guess is what we're going to call it. Versus Lamar,
those
who we
running
just-
backs on Broach's team.
The running backs is like, that's what's hard to. And I just said Eli Mitchell was going to win the flex matchup.
Yep,
And then
yep,
I think he kills it in the running back room.
Yeah. Killers and running back.
But I
ones.
think Scorp's got a big advantage as a
Buffalo
wide
Bills,
receiver, especially if Johnson goes in and has a big week, like what Michael was just, or JT was just saying. Somebody said it.
So what you did? So he
I don't know. I mean,
it's a bind.
let me look at defenses. They both got good defenses.
They've got good defenses going against bad offenses. Go. Job of the Hut Don over there.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm going to go with Scorp because I don't think tight end hurts you being low as much as wide receiver too.
Thank you for that. Talking about tight ends not hurting you.
I just said I don't think it hurts you as
I
much.
don't know, it hurts you.
They will the bar.
Waller did get paid,
Yeah.
so maybe he's going to stop like saying he's hurt because that was
Paid and paid.
that was the big like conspiracy. He wasn't really hurt. He was pissed that he hadn't got a
Did
new
he
contract.
get
That's
injured?
why it was.
Was his ego hurt or was his body hurt?
I got mine. I'm taking Scorp. I think Mike Evans is underprojected.
Mike
13.5
Evans.
Mike Evans. 13.5 I think is pretty low for him.
Now,
Now he's going to throw a lot of touchdowns.
Is Godwin going to play and just not?
I don't think Godwin plays.
Okay, then yeah, Mike Evans.
I think Mike
Mike Evans
Evans.
is gonna
I think Mike Evans could easily. I'm not saying this is a bold prediction, but I think he could easily go over 7.
Oh, you don't think he's going to get locked down by Trayvon Diggs? Because everybody thinks he's a lockdown corner. They gave it the most
well,
yards in the
maybe
league last year.
maybe he'll pick a ball off or two, but he's
then
also going to give up a
first
touchdown
down,
or two.
It made me so mad when people talking, oh, dude, he's better than Deion. I'm like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, so I'm gonna take Scorp by an edge because I do have Nick
That
Chubb.
was a really good matchup.
Yeah, I do have Nick Chubb again scoring 25, but I think Evans is
And
superior.
I think they win it in a totally different format. Like it's not like it's both wide receiver cores are strong. Like
Roster
Coach
construction
wins
is
is because his
different,
running backs dominated. I think if Skort wins is because his receivers go off.
Yeah. All right. So I'm taking score. You took score.
I'm taking Scorp as well.
Taking
Which is
score.
crazy because Scorp drafted running back heavy at the beginning.
Yeah.
You know,
And he's got two good ones. I mean,
He
Alvin
does.
and Najee. They're both very good last year. Who y'all taking?
all right. I think
Yeah,
the only person
I
I hadn't
think
taken was Michael.
Michael
take
said
score.
score.
It said Scorp. All right, that's done then.
All right, we're good. All right. Now we go on to our matchup of the week. It is
Me.
and
Me.
you know what we do for matchup of the week, right?
That's Brian and Brian.
Position by position breakdown.
Jake just did a dance too. Nobody saw that.
Those of you that can't see at home. All right, so we have the Fantasy Phenoms. Original projection 121, live projection 139 versus Victim of the System. Reverend always. Original projection 132, live projection 143.
Had a really good Thursday night for you two. We said it was duds for everyone else except for y'all.
Well, JT had a good one.
Well, yeah.
37 for Josh Allen, 22 for Stephon Diggs on the Fantasy Phenoms side of the ball. And for Victim of the System, 21.
Yeah, that's
the
a big
defense.
Big point output for a defense.
Look, I'm an advocate for defense.
You
You've
did
been the
draft
first, I think
him,
you've been the
you
first
did
person
make
to draft a defense the past couple of years, and it's been the Bills.
I'm
both
always
times.
one or
And
two.
Von Miller makes a huge difference.
Yes.
Huge difference.
Yes.
God.
He's very
And-
difficult to block.
And not having him on the Rams. On the flip side of that, you saw how much they missed him.
Dude, Stafford was under pressure.
He
All
was
night.
It was Super Bowl 50.
like
over
Bowie
again.
and Queen.
Yeah, because it makes the rest of the defensive line better. Because now you got a double, triple Von Miller.
And they drafted a couple high defensive tackles.
And they look good.
Yeah.
They look
And they got
good.
Jordan Phillips back, who they drafted a few
They
years ago.
look good. All right, so let's start. Does Justin Herbert score over 37.4?
Yeah,
I think he does now.
Oh,
I think he does now.
oh, yeah. That's what I'm doing.
yeah,
25, 26 points.
I'm giving the under on that. Josh Allen set it pretty hard.
Yeah, that's
Pretty high ball.
yes. Hard act to follow.
Hard act to follow. Agreed.
Indeed.
All right, so let's take. You agree with that, Jake?
I concur.
The under.
Why didn't I concur?
All right, so now we're going to group these together. Stephon Diggs, Michael Pittman, and Amon-Ra St. Brown, with Stephon Diggs already having 22, versus the receiving core of Victim of the System, Mike Williams, DK Metcalf, and Brandon Cooks.
Taking fantasy phenoms.
Yeah,
Phenoms.
I'm
Yeah.
really big fan of Michael Pittman.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Really
I love him
big
and
fan
St.
of
Brown,
Mike.
If
too.
I didn't lead this draft with Michael Pittman this year, as
I
much
was-
as I wanted him last year, and I want him more this year, I was going to riot. It's not going to be.
What
it's
does a
gonna be-
Ryan Robertson riot look like? Rob just stomped angrily for those of you at home.
And I huffed and I puffed, but I didn't blow the house down because Jake still lives here. So, yeah.
And
Yeah,
St.
I
Brown
really- I
has
really like
a lot
that.
of opportunity as well.
How did they play Philly? Playing Philly
Yeah,
at
they
home.
could be down a lot.
They're going to be behind.
Yeah, they could be down.
I think Detroit's going to be pretty decent,
I
dude.
think Detroit's going to beat Philly.
I don't think they're going to beat Philly, but I think
I
they're
mean, I
going
have
to beat
Philly making the Super Bowl, so I'm going to say no.
No.
But
Yeah.
Detroit lost a lot of close.
So if you're going
games.
to pick Philly to win the division, is that safe to say?
Yes. I think I want to cheat off JT's paper now and switch my Packers pick from the Eagles.
Where does
those were the two that I was-
Detroit finish in the top two in their division?
Top two?
No.
Yes.
No.
I think they finished
Okay,
third.
you're saying yeah.
Minnesota, Green Bay.
Chicago.
they beat
Chicago.
Chicago.
I think
They
they,
beat
I think
Chicago.
they're ahead of the Bears, but I don't
I
think
mean,
they
I think they're
beat
ahead
the
of Green Bay
Vikings.
this year.
They're ahead of Green Bay.
Wow.
Detroit over Green Bay. Has that ever happened?
Dude, I just think.
So you got Minnesota win division?
I
or
got
Detroit?
Minnesota and Detroit.
I think Detroit. I mean,
Minnesota
Green Bay's
winning
defense
it.
can be
Minnesota
really
winning
good.
it.
I don't think they can win the division.
That's not unheard of.
Who? Detroit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Detroit made the playoffs.
No.
I think they get about 7 or 8 wins this year.
I can see
I think
that.
I think they're really competitive,
They're trending up.
and they might just need to upgrade from Goff.
And they feed off of Dan Campbell, dude.
Dude, I would
Yeah.
love to play for that guy. Run through the wall for
You
that
should
man.
try out.
I don't
You
think
look like Invincible.
Oh, I love it. Dude. But if you've ever seen Invincible, I'd be the guy.
Rudy.
I'd be the fat guy wearing the cape there that would just says "Fly Eagles
Best
Fly."
football
That would be
movie
me.
of all
Or radio. Either or.
Oh God.
Oh, well.
Brian, I feel like we're
Odell, big way Odell.
We're back, Phil.
I'm gonna take
Hey,
Ryan.
you need to step your game up. Three over here, all right?
this is why we don't get sponsors.
This is why we're also not video.
I'm gonna take Ryan's receivers as well. Brian, I feel like that is gonna be the weak point of your team right
You
now.
made that clear in the beginning of the podcast.
All right. What did I say?
You listen, you don't remember.
As
I like the Brandon.
a Chargers
Cooks pick,
fan
man.
and a Keenan Allen favorite player in the
I
league,
don't know, man.
Mike
I'm
Williams
big on-
might be top 5 this year, wide receiver wise.
I would
If the
love
dude
for
is
that.
healthy,
I
he's
think
got
Mike
a
Williams
chance.
is gonna be
I would
good.
love for that.
And they just
See-
paid him $20 million a year.
I feel good about Mike Williams, but I feel like last year when people start realizing if you leave him one-on-one on the outside, that's when he eats, and then he kind of really
He
fell
also got
off.
hurt right around that same time too. He hurt his knee and
Which
wasn't,
happens week
wasn't
six,
as
something
explosive
that
after
happens
5 or
like
6.
every-
He jumps so high and never lands on his feet.
Yeah.
He always falls like on his shoulder or sideways. So I'm like, just land on your feet. It's not that hard. I do it all the time. I mean, my feet don't leave the ground when I jump, but you get it.
Talk to me about DK Metcalf.
His quarterback sucks.
I don't trust
He's
anyone in
good.
that system.
He
Yes.
good. Gino bad.
Yes.
All right. So what? Talk to me about DK Metcalf. Give me a projection.
Projection for this week or for the
Season.
season.
I think he's going to have some really good games. I think Lockett's going to have some really good games, but I don't think you're going to be able to predict from one week to the next which one.
I don't know if you're ever gonna
Very
feel,
up and down year.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know
think
if
it's
you
gonna be
ever
right
feel
ar-
comfortable starting.
Yeah.
I didn't feel comfortable drafting him.
I think he
Shoot
could
Evans on
finish
the
the
second.
year around wide receiver. I think his high is going to be right around wide receiver 20.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But his
On
low,
the season, or you're talking about like
On the
week
season.
1? Okay.
his
Well,
low
that's still
could
pretty
be
high.
closer. You know, could be the back end of the 30s. Just and it's just his quarterback.
I think
play.
he
It's
could.
not
Yeah,
him.
Exactly.
I think he could even get to like the 40s.
Yeah, you got a wide receiver 1 as far as talent wise, but production wise, he's probably going to be a 2 or a 3. But you drafted him as a 2, so
I mean, you got him in a good round.
if you get him your
I didn't
second,
have
yeah.
a choice. I was just
Yeah.
like, man, I'm spitballing. It's
Yeah.
fine.
You're wanting confirmation on your thought
My
process
thoughts,
of what happened. Yeah. I don't think it's his fault that he has a bad season.
No.
No.
All right, let's go to the running
Now,
backs.
if they trade
Brian.
Jimmy G,
Brian.
It's
I didn't even get to say them.
you didn't need to.
We got Joe Mixon, AJ Dillon versus Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara. We can also put the flex in there since both of them are running backs. Melvin
Let's,
Gordon.
let's look at it across the board.
That
The
changed my opinion.
matchups are all in favor of Brian. New York Giants, their rookie DN's out. They're not very good. Rain. Henry's going to have a lot.
You don't really have to
Atlanta's-
say anything about the matchup. You say one of them is a
Atlanta
superhuman
sucks.
freak, and the other
And
one.
Dallas is also not very good on the. Well, they got better on the run defense. Actually, they have one of the better defenses in the league.
That's
last
just a
year,
good
so,
defense.
Yeah, I take that back. But the first two, that's what I was looking at. Was like
Yeah, it's
those are really good matchups with really good running backs.
Better talent, better
then
matchups,
Joe
better
Mixon's
teams.
going against Pittsburgh, who is good up front.
Pittsburgh wasn't good against the run last year. Joe Mixon ate against them both times, but
Yeah, he did run for like over 250.
he was really good against them last year in particular. But Joe Mixon Joe Burrow might throw more this year.
Big
than
on Joe
last year.
Mixon this year.
I think so. Yeah, I think it's a
I
good thing.
think so. The first round pick.
Those-
I'm big on it.
I think they got 2 or 3 new offensive linemen in
Yes.
Cincinnati, where their offensive line wasn't good last year.
Yes.
So if they continue to run like they did last year with better
He
offensive
finally
line,
broke
I
out
think-
last
yeah.
year because a lot of people had always said he had the talent, but he never
Absolutely.
had a good quarterback, a good line. And then last year, with
I think
the
one of
emergence
those-
of a quarterback, Joe Mixon kind of lived up to it. He was
Yeah.
6
One of those
top 5
linemen that-
running back.
Brady lost, I think, went to Cincinnati, if I'm not mistaken. One of the guards or the center. I
think
can't
so.
remember which one.
Mixon never gets enough credit
He does.
for how good
Nah.
he is.
He's underappreciated. I like him.
Is Melvin Gordon a lot for the flex spot?
No, he just went in there about 10 minutes before I got here.
Oh, okay.
I just think that I don't think they've decided on who's going to get the bulk of the carries yet. But Jake, I think, said earlier, it could turn into 70-30 Javante by the end of the year. But I think early
Who would be
It could-
the
it
first
could
guy
be
you
closer
look
to
at going
50-50. Amari, but the weather.
You like
maybe-
him over Woods?
Patterson
They've said that
in there.
Tannehill's look really good in camp.
Yeah,
I know
I-
that sounds kind of weird to bring up, but like
The reason why I took out Cooper and Woods is because they're both wide receivers on new teams, and I want to see how they're used before I put them in the line.
didn't they get a new OC in Tennessee?
I don't know.
I feel like someone was talking about it.
It could have happened.
They were just saying that they feel like Tannehill feels much more comfortable in this offense and what he's doing.
I just think their line's not good.
That
I like Brian's running backs.
Yeah, Brian
Oh,
won
yeah,
the Brian won the running backs.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't even close.
We've already gone past that.
Oh, okay.
We're way
You moved to
past
tight
that.
ends?
Yeah.
All right, George Kittle for Ryan versus Dallas Goddard
He's trending in the wrong
for B-Rob.
Are we under the assumption that Kittle plays?
Kittle's not going to play, I don't think.
Let's see what it says.
You want me to give you a
Yesterday,
timeline?
Niners are leaving the door open for Kittle to play. He's not someone who needs to practice to play on Sunday, but it would be a pretty big surprise if they clear Kittle to go out there and risk further injury. We're going to operate under the assumption that Kittle won't play.
So he was perfectly healthy for the first offseason that I can remember. So I was like, I'm going to draft him. Monday, after the preseason's over, Monday, hurts his groin. They said, this could be really serious, multi-week absence. And then they said it was not his groin, that it was his hamstring. Could be a grade 2 sprain, missed multiple weeks. Didn't practice Tuesday, Wednesday, and I don't think he practiced Thursday. And then they said, he feels a lot better today, and there's a chance that he can play. He wants to do everything possible to get on the field. Why are you risking playing injured for week 1?
You're playing the Bears.
Just
You're
sit
playing
out.
the Bears.
Just
You're
sit
good.
out. He drops KJ Osborne, picks up David Njoku.
All right, you want to know what's actually going to happen? I would love to know. I
You need
really
Kenneth
need
Walker
Kenneth. I
to
need
be
Kenneth
seen
Walker
on
just to
IR.
say out, so I can put him in the
Yeah.
IR and pick up somebody who haven't drop him. That's what I want to have happen. Brian, you can look at all those tight ends you want to. I've got 8 on my watch list, so I'm just going to go down the list. And
I'll
I'm not
take the
picking-
guy.
I'm not picking-
I'm taking
Whoever- no matter
Dyer
who you pick,
versus
I'll-
whoever you pick.
yeah, I was about to say, even in that matchup, I want to see how Lance and Kittle, how that relationship goes if he targets him a lot, like Garoppolo
I
targets
heard
him
they're
a lot.
friends.
Yeah, they could be close, but they might not be passing friends. I don't know. But I think Goddard's got a chance to eat. I told you Jalen Hurts thinks he'll be a stud.
Do you think they would announce Kenneth Walker tomorrow morning?
The
They're
fact,
not playing until Monday.
the fact that it's a Monday night game and
you
it's
can't change that.
Pete Carroll, I don't know.
What if Kittle's
even then,
out?
if he's been out for several weeks, anyways,
Are
as
you
a
a-
rookie,
Hey, dropping Osborne?
Yeah, I mean I can.
Yeah.
so I'm a big Robert Woods fan in this situation. I think a possession
Yeah,
receiver.
drop
Dude,
Robert Woods.
If he could play tight end,
He's
he
a
would
drop
be
Robert
there.
Woods. Do it.
I know. I kind of want to.
I do. I
Because
think
I
that's the
started
reason.
looking
Look,
at the flex.
Cooper and Woods. I want to see how they
Yeah.
are integrated into their new offense on their new team before I put them in.
You know
It's a pickle for week 1. I don't like it.
I don't like this.
Somebody make this. Yeah, I can eat it. but I'm
Are we going
not
to the
used it.
flex?
Yeah,
We grouped the flex in with.
Yeah, we
Yeah, we
with
were
the-
flexing around.
Oh.
because they were all 3 running.
Well, that's what I was. Well,
But yeah.
but I was.
But
saying
if you
he
sit Gordon,
switched
who you
it-
putting in Cooper?
Yeah, it's probably the
See, I
order's
don't think
probably
I'd go
Gordon, Cooper, and Woods, but with the weather in Carolina and with Brissett, I don't.
Well,
and
here-
especially if I had to pick up
here's another thing
Njoku,
that
I'm
I
not.
would
I'm not
have-
starting Njoku and Cooper.
Nah, it's
Like,
gonna
I
work
can't.
together.
I can't start 2
So you
Cleveland
go
players
Woods.
on offense and the Cleveland's defense, so it'd be Woods.
See, I just don't think Cleveland will ever get far enough behind where the passing game becomes.
You wait till tomorrow.
Well,
buddy.
I mean, maybe, but,
But
it's,
also,
it's
they're going to have to pass. They're not going to throw it
Like heads
every single time. And
No.
who else is he throwing it to?
joking. Cream Hunt.
Stop listing
Well,
names.
I mean,
Crispy
Brissett's a
Clean.
check down guy.
Ooh,
That's what Brissett's always done.
indeed.
Jack
And,
Doyle was a thing.
the one thing I think Carolina defense is going to be much improved with is secondary. I think we got 3 good corners.
All right,
We've
guys.
got fantastic. We got
Yeah.
a good defense.
I just need you guys to help me. Patterson's not going in, right?
No.
Are we all on board that Patterson doesn't go in?
I told you I was on the Robert
I was
Woods
gonna
bandwagon.
back, yeah.
I think Robert Woods is going to be Tannehill's possession
Don't put
receiver,
him past.
and he's going
I
to get
just
a
want
lot.
somebody else to confirm it because he keeps sitting there. It's like, he's ranked pretty high, but I didn't want to draft.
What about Parker?
I need your help, Brian. Help
What
me
about
out.
Parker?
I think
Okay,
Patterson was a surprise last year.
I'll take out
People are
Melvin
aware.
Gordon if you take out Kamara. Deal?
I'll take Kamara out of my running back slot. I will do that.
You'll move him into your
Mm,
flex.
gotcha.
Doesn't count. Gotcha. You're good. You're
Yeah.
good,
All right.
Robert.
So on to defenses. Does Cleveland score
No.
more than 21?
Watch Kamara get arrested this year.
He already got arrested in the offseason.
No, for something that matters.
This is why we
Yes,
can't have
What do you do? I
sponsors.
think he beat up a homeless guy or something.
This is why we can't have sponsors.
Elitist over here. He beat up a homeless man. He
What's the
doesn't have
homeless guy's name?
Mr.
That's
Homeless
my
Man.
case.
Jonathan Doe.
Does Cleveland score more than 21 fantasy points?
No.
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 All right, taking Buffalo.
Carolina.
I mean, this garbage offense is going against those. So.
Get out.
Wait, what'd you just
Yeah,
say?
he just said Carolina's offense is.
We haven't seen it yet.
I've seen it.
All right.
Big,
We're not talking about it.
Big question. Who takes?
I told you I sleep naked.
Who takes?
Oh, we know.
Week 1 match for the week.
We
You
gonna
go
do our
first,
usual-
Commish.
I'll go first. All right, I'm gonna take Brian.
You would.
He's got again 21 from your defense is definitely going to help. I like his running backs, and again, I think his receivers are serviceable enough.
That's what you want to hear, right?
He
Like,
won't. He won't.
you got a great team, but your receivers suck.
No, I
keeps
don't think your
backhanding
receivers suck.
Nice there already.
I don't think your receivers suck. I just don't think that's like the strong point of your team. I don't know why that hurts to hear that. You know that.
I leave my receivers.
I'm not saying they're bad. Well,
You're not saying
I'm
they're
taking Brian, and I don't care. Whatever. Go ahead.
Now he doesn't care about our opinions.
I know.
We can't go ahead.
No.
I know
We're
it's
the
like
last two.
there's like 3 positions on Ryan's team that just like makes me not want to pick them.
Dude, there's only like four we draft quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end.
Well, I mean Kittle,
It's the
toss
bottom
up
3
there,
for me.
and then
Yes.
Melvin Gordon and Dylan.
And-
Like those are where I think
Those are your
you lose-
boo-boos?
Yeah, that's where you lose it to Ryan. Like if I just look from Joe Mixon up, it's like an easy pick for Ryan. No
Can we
offense,
just
like,
look at the top 2 and go off that?
But you just told me Mike Williams is going to be a top 5 this year.
I think
So
he could be.
when you say that and the double up with Herbert, that could be
He's got
very
the guy that's
difficult.
throwing the ball, too.
He's
Yeah.
the reason I drafted Herbert. He's the reason I drafted Mike Williams.
He's the reason that I'm a Chargers fan now.
I think Brandon Cooks has a good game.
I gotta
Running
be this
backs
year.
win. I'll take Brian.
Taking Brown.
I don't like Metcalf though.
I did not want to draft him.
You know, I don't like
I
that.
mean, you talked about that because
Mhm.
I almost did.
I didn't want to take Tyler Lockett.
I didn't want to take Fournette.
Well, I'll trade you right now for him to
Yeah,
give you a
I'll
wide receiver.
I'll take him.
And Cam Akers. He'll give you both. All right, Trig, who you got?
You offered me Fournette for Pittman on draft night right after I drafted
I
Pittman.
did.
So we're Kittle's not. We're going like he's not playing.
Me and
That's
Brian
the way
are
it's
gonna
leaning.
trade.
It's replacement level tight end. Just put whoever you think is going to be like 4 or 5 points. Basically what I drafted last
Yeah,
year.
then I'm gonna go Brian. If Kittle was healthy and then with a different flex, which I know you said you're gonna put in, I would take Ryan. For the upset, but I'm gonna take. I think I'm gonna take Brian.
All right, down to y'all test.
I'm taking him. It's happening.
I'm taking Ryan.
Thank you. All right.
No sweep this week.
Yeah, what a matchup of the week where everybody likes one guy and then the other guy just gets a pick.
Yeah, then we looked
All
at
right.
your team. and we
He
said,
said,
"Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
your best guys went Thursday. No, I'm speaking. Well, I mean,
It's not their fault they got scheduled first. Indeed. 21 from a defense, though. Is
do we have any clean sweeps? I don't think so.
No for the first matchup, no for the second, no for the third. Nope.
Let's sit down and talk.
Wait,
But every single one
I
of
have
them,
one, but I'm not hitting Smith.
Text
I think every single one of them but the first one is
Takes two.
4-1.
Is it
on the
really?
matchups,
Okay.
yeah.
All right,
Well,
well,
we go over waiver wire and trades because both things happen.
we can.
We also have to do dark horse NFL teams this year. Who do we think is going to be better than what everybody else thinks?
I'm going to limb say Jacksonville.
I want to win.
All right, I'm going to limb and say Detroit.
Well, I was about to say that was.
Got y'all. Y'all better.
It's not too
Hey,
dark of a
hey,
horse
hey,
then,
hey,
is
hey.
it?
I'll take the Texans.
Ooh,
Davis
that's
Mills.
real-
Davis Mills ain't
Davis
bad.
Mills.
dude.
Don't sleep on the long neck.
The real one, not
Mike
that.
Glennon?
Not that stupid Mike Glennon garbage.
All right.
Send it to me.
I'm about to
All right, who
I got
Is it
it
trade?
who got dibs on the Lions first?
Me. I
Was it
said
you?
mine,
Okay.
sir.
Cheater.
Pumpkin eater.
All right. Well, we got
Happy
two.
fall, everybody.
So
We got
what
two of the big
qualifies-
cats out.
What
So who's taking
qualifies
the
as a
Bengals?
dark horse? Like a team that could make a Super Bowl run, or just a team that has the
Team that didn't make the playoffs last
Depends
year.
on the team.
Is team. I think what we did last year was a team that didn't make the playoffs that could make the playoffs, except for New England because
Well,
Brady.
Like if it's Miami, everybody thinks it's reasonable. Nobody would be
Yeah,
overly
like
surprised
them and
Miami makes
Philly are
playoffs.
like an easy call.
Now,
you could say
Jacksonville
Vegas make a
makes the
Super Bowl.
playoffs?
You could say Vegas make a Super Bowl.
Not dark horse.
Yeah, Miami
I know
going
that's
to
what
the
I
Super
did
Bowl.
say.
So we got to.
It's not.
I would say Miami to
We
the
think they're gonna
AFC
make the
No, it's just. I think it's
No, a team
teams
that
we think-
has a team that was
But it's not
not
a dark
good
horse
last
to
year
say
that has a
Cincinnati.
shot to-
because Cincinnati
Panthers
do
to the
something this year.
playoffs. That's a dark horse.
I got that on my bold prediction.
dark horse team that wasn't very good last year that has a
Why are
solid
we
shot. to do
explaining
something.
things that we should have already known? We're in our year
Well,
three.
that's what we did last year.
Revenge games, what the Q means. Dark horse.
This is day 2 for me, so I don't know what's going on.
We're
I don't
happy to
know.
have
You,
you.
you did a
I'm
fun.
glad to be
You
here.
did a fun.
Did you
friend
give
that
him
one
a full fledged introduction about welcome to the
I
podcast
took
of
the
the
only
year?
teams. The rest of them suck.
Yeah.
We're finally back to a fantasy football 5. You build any sheds or anything anytime soon?
That's what keep.
I mean, we've had 100. We've had 100% attendance. I think on week 1 with 5 of us. And then
Yeah.
after that, it just drops off.
Man, the
I think-
Jets like win 7
Daggone
games,
Jake's so
8
stupid.
games.
Okay.
Jets.
If we're putting Detroit in the 7-8 win category, the Jets could go up there as well.
I think
The defense is much improved.
I think the
and
Vikings can win 12. I think that should have been the case.
I think they'll go to the Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying. I think they can be.
That's very close.
That's the
That's
closest.
very close to what I was
He's got
thinking
such.
about
Well,
sending
the
him.
only thing is you don't know what you're getting.
I know.
Me and him working on a trade. Sorry.
You got dark horse?
We'll talk about it live.
Yeah.
Are you gonna pick
Can't
one?
I'm
talk about
thinking
it
the
live.
Vikings, but I don't know if that's a dark
That's a
horse
bribe.
enough.
Isn't that the Vikings? I don't know. What do you mean to tell you?
How you feel about
I'm thinking about the Patriots actually.
So here's the
Everybody's doubting them. They're going to be terrible.
Put them in there.
I don't think. Yeah, but that's
All right, there you go.
I want to do it, but I want to.
Our thing last year is we only talked about fab acquisitions. We didn't talk about like people who just picked up a free agent.
right.
So we had
there's
no-
really the fab hasn't been activated yet because again,
And the only trade we had was we had two.
Wilson for
Dak.
Dak. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a switcheroo for double ups. Is that right?
I don't have anyone to double up. I just think Wilson's gonna have a better
Oh,
year.
okay, that's right.
He wanted to double up, but when I was under the idea that maybe Jordan might be wanting to work out a reasonable deal for Burrow, I drafted that. But then
You just
I
said
realized,
Jordan trade and reasonable.
Yeah, I was
well,
about to say.
on draft night it sounded like that, and then he comes up to the board and picks a guy drafted 5 rounds before Joe Burrow got picked and Tom Brady, and I was like, I'm not giving up 2 starters for
We
one.
love you, Jordan, but we hate you.
So
Happy
that
birthday,
that one
way.
got killed pretty quick.
I think they're same tier. Both of them could play
Their
very well.
projected points are 3 points
Yeah.
apart. I like Russell in a high scoring division. I think this year, I think there's going to be a lot of shootouts.
100%.
And I also didn't like that Dak's receivers I don't feel as good as what they were last year.
No.
Losing Amari and
Gallup being out.
Gallup being out. Thank you.
Cedric
I was-
Wilson to Miami.
And
Yeah,
Tyron
there's-
Smith being out for most of the year.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
well, I did like the Peters signing.
He's 40 years old.
See, it's better than what they had.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah. So that's why I said I like that. I mean,
Right.
at least they tried to stop.
They
him
addressed
losing
it and
some-
realized, hey, this is actually going to be an issue.
Yeah, so,
All right.
and it's the lowest.
Do they have anything else on the ledger?
Nope.
Any final words for fantasy football week 1?
Good luck, everybody.
Gargantuan. That's a good word. Anybody else? You like
It is.
that?
Yours is gargantuan. Yours is good luck.
I
two
mean,
words.
I hope you make the playoffs.
I don't.
I like it.
I want you to go for the 3-peat.
Of not making the
Let me ask you
Yeah.
this question real quick. I think we discussed like the past 2 or 3 years. It's been
Okay.
extremely competitive, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's come down to the last week.
Mm-hmm.
past few years. Yep.
Championship.
It's called championship.
We-
It's called championship.
Sorry, buddy.
We've had multiple teams that, like last year, Jake, Andrew Sperry, like ran the gauntlet for the majority of the year.
Mhm.
Is there one team that just destroys this year, and everybody else is playing catch up? Is it going to be?
Are you asking us
I feel
to pick
like
a team, or are you just saying
I'm
is
just
there
in
going to be
general.
somebody that
Right,
spreads?
right.
it?
I'm not
Yeah.
saying you got to pick who it is, or is it going to be a cluster again?
I think we'll all agree that this is the best draft that we've ever been a part of. Like,
I hated it.
There
You're talking
was-
about just our draft?
Yes,
okay,
like, there
not
was
Just in
this-
general, not this
yeah,
year.
like-
Oh yeah, yeah.
it became your turn, and you were like, oh my God, I don't know who to take because the guy I was wanting, like, got taken.
He
Or-
Yeah.
screws
rounds
up. He
ago.
screws up a mock draft. Anybody does.
Dude, you can't mock draft this.
You can.
Man's got a point.
I mean,
He gets who he wants when he wants him.
the biggest
If you
thing
draft
is
one turn, you got to-
always going to be
Close
is
to the end,
who stays
you gotta
healthy.
take
Like, you
gotta take
for the most part,
You
Scorp
don't take
and
it from the other
Scorp had more injuries than I did, but I mean, we still had most of our team stay intact. Where like Jordan lost Derrick Henry, who was going off before then. Like Jordan was winning. pretty
Still
consistently.
finished top 10 running back.
Yeah.
Was out after
And-
week 8.
So if there's a person that keeps, especially like a core of theirs together, like I always feel like that could be the most.
Yeah,
dangerous.
well, but see, that's like in any league.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
But this league, the
I don't know who it is, but I think there's going to be one person that gets like 10 or 11 regular season wins this year. I don't know who it's going to be, but somebody's going to just.
Absolutely.
But in so how many
Like,
We 11-3.
That, yeah, I don't know
Wow.
what it is. Yeah.
Right.
So
I think
we're-
somebody's going to separate themselves. It's going to be.
I think
when
the
we're,
most- I
when
think
we're
the
in
most
week
wins
11,
I'll go 9.
how many positions are left for the playoffs? Are we looking at?
You talking about legitimately up for grabs?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
4.
Yeah, the bottom 4 is usually always up for grabs.
Yeah, I mean, even
Some
like
six.
last year, it was competitive to the final week, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
It'll be a good one.
It is.
It'll be a good one. I'm excited.
I'm more excited.
All right.
I'm excited about this trophy though.
You'll see it next year in the draft. We'll get back to you on that.
Just calm down.
All right,
I'll
that's
buy you some lunch next
that's all for us.
Supply chain
week.
issues.
That's
Here at the Fantasy Football
Football
5. We will see you next week.
So you
Later,
have to-
boys.
Get it,
Come
bro.